War to protect. Khan is unfamiliar with this new combatant and is caught off guard. Stryker defeats the warlord and saves the entire planet. The chaos that consumed the city in the hours before the invasion are gone. The chaos are gone, guys. Maybe you're at a boss. Sent at 11 to... Oh. What the... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. What's happening? Maybe because you were on a boss. Oh, my gosh. There's so much bullshit. There's so many skeletons. Oh, my gosh. What are you doing to me, Dom? Dom, what are you doing? There's so many skeletons. It's crazy. I also changed my alerts, John. Now, men in tights. That's great. Oh, my gosh. There's skeletons. Just Randy Savage working his way through the group here. Yeah, there's a way to win this. So what you do is you hit him with the chair. I said you start. This is going well. Hit him with the chair. I said you hit him with the chair, sir. There we go. Into here. Portal. No, do I go left? Oh, I gotta go left. It's so unnatural to go left here. Oh shoot! Interactive credits. Interesting. That's really cool. I'm gonna go find Ken and becomes. Oh. Did it. We freaking did it. I don't know how I pulled that off. I had so little ammo. The game must have scaled back their health or something. So what was stopping me there was trying to freeze them in place instead of just doing damage. So thank you very much for the GGs. Appreciate that. We're near the end of The Evil Within. You're coming in at the right time there, Chris. Yeah. Ooh, no orange. Take that. You know what? I might as well just take this. Break his wall down. Nah. Oh my gosh! Babe Panda 87 is invading the kingdom of John Durnia! Defend yourselves, warriors! We're going to war! Back-to-back raids! How's everyone doing tonight? I was right there! I was right there! Come on! Get there, man! Get there, come on! Oh boy, come on now! That's a checkpoint! Come on, man! I was so close! Just, gotta get to the checkpoint, like literally got the sword. Ball is absolutely. Oh, basketball is fun. I played basketball before. I used to play a lot of Horse. Horse was a fun game. Yes, I won't forget. There's Gun Hand right there. Unfortunately, in Zelda, you immediately lose Gun Hand as soon as that happens.
Stop! Oh, we did it. Oh my god, 1 hit point in the dream.
Not a fan. Not a fan of that one. That's not.
I was waiting to be.
No, I'm glad. Oh, they're almost like spicy a bit. Yeah, there's some chili. Okay, yeah, I'm like they're spicy as well. I'm just eating fish bait. It's high. Do that move. So as long as I don't get kicked. Oh, now we're getting shot. That is the easiest Snake Eyes I've ever done. Please write that down, someone. I have never, ever first tried Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is such a pain in the ass. I thought it would be funny. Yeah, yeah. Very funny. Very funny indeed. Where the fuck do I go? We've got no ammo left. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. What is up? What is up? What is up, everyone? It is Wednesday. That's right, it's Wednesday night. I'm here. You're here. Yay. Hello and welcome. Congratulations, Kane, on being first. You get last say in chat tonight. That's right. That's right. Enjoy it. You earned it. Hope you're doing well, and welcome, everyone. Welcome, Geek. Welcome, Adam. And of course, King gets 2 welcomes here. We give him 2 because he's important, okay? That's why. Because he's Kane, and he's to be feared. And all shall bow before his might. Or don't. I would suggest you do, though, because he's feisty. But yes, I'm back again, and we are diving deeper into Mortal Kombat lore. We're getting into part 2, which I'm assuming will be part 2. Yeah, he's wild. He'll ban you. Well, let me fix something. The thing that I always forget to fix. But I will remember right now before the whole stream is... all the time. There we go. Look at that. Done. Yep. I'm done now. We're back. We're back. Yeah, the other, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know, Kane. Yeah, the other scene doesn't have my mic, apparently. But, it's... long story short, I have a whole bunch of stuff nested in one scene, and if I have to correct it, I have to open up that one. So, I got popcorn left over, because I went and saw Masters of the Universe last night. It was great. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you're a fan of the 80s, you definitely need to see that movie. It was a lot of fun. It was just dumb entertainment, and they didn't shy away from it being He-Man. So it was really funny and a lot of fun. I recommend everyone see it because we are not getting a sequel based on the numbers that it produced this weekend. It made approximately $60 million on a nearly $200 million budget. My favorite part was when Fisto fisted people. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen that already. They explain that worldwide. It is definitely a bomb at the box office. Unfortunately, it's very, very good. It just like Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 2 was great. This is better than Mortal Kombat 2. But yeah, it's $200 million budget, and that's not including marketing, which they marketed really hard on this one. They just didn't have the audience for it, I think. I don't think it was the right time. They weren't going up against anything big. Like, Mandalorian was already out for 2 weeks, so they beat Mandalorian at least. 3 weeks, sorry. It wasn't out at the same time as Mortal Kombat, so they weren't competing with that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what was the movie that weekend. Yes, Scary Movie. Scary Movie brought in the money. Scary Movie brought in like 500 million or something crazy. They brought in a crazy amount of money. Which is just wild. Maybe not 500 million. It's got a much smaller budget, I'm sure, though. Anyways, I'm gonna stop eating popcorn, and we're gonna talk about Mortal Kombat.
I'm like laughing like Yoda. Yeah, exactly. I'm done. I don't eat popcorn. I stuff my face with it. My wife calls me out on it all the time. And she's right. She's right. It's absolutely weird. It's like, can you like eat the popcorn? Not just, I take a handful and I just jam it in my face. Hey, Jester. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the history of Mortal Kombat Part 2. We finally made it, guys. We are into the second history episode. Just put your head in the bowl. See, I went to the movies last night, so I've got the bag still, and it's only partially... Okay, it's all mine now. No one's allowed to have it. Okay, please come down. Motorboat. Did you get the gray skull bucket? No, they didn't have any. But they did have cups, but I didn't ask how much the cups were because my buddy was buying me treats. I paid for his ticket, so he bought treats, and I'm like, you don't have to buy treats. He's like, yeah, I'm like, they brought Cheap Tuesday back. It was only $10 a person. So on top of it being a movie that I wanted to see anyways, it was only $10 each. So that was great. You guys ready? Oh, okay, I see what we're talking about now. We're talking about Mortal Mania. We're talking about Mortal frickin' Monday and the success that came from Mortal Kombat. So fans couldn't get enough. Oh, that's a karate fighter? Is that a karate fighter Goro and Raiden? That's right, there was. Mortal Mania, brother. Fans couldn't get enough of Midway's taboo-breaking new game, and the arrival of new home versions meant the rest of the game industry had to grapple with Mortal Kombat's success. Have you seen this game? With its mysterious moves and buckets of blood, Mortal Kombat quickly became the game everyone... Wait, I'm gonna get a little closer here. Is this better? I bet you this is a lot better. But then my face isn't visible. I gotta tweak that. Where were you when the Mortal Kombat... where were you? You went a different direction with that. Where were you when Mortal Mania runs wild? What you gonna do when Mortal Mania runs wild on you? It became the game that everyone has to play to believe. I hope it's loud enough. That's a game over screen. I'm used to hearing those.
So when Street Fighter 2 came out, I wasn't really too impressed by it. I think I finished it once, picked Zangief because I was a wrestling fan, and then kind of moved on. I eventually kind of fell in with a crowd that really got a lot out of Street Fighter 2. And so
hey, I can eat popcorn and watch this.
Rated that game. One guy showed up and said, "Hey, have you heard of this other game, Mortal Kombat?" Like,
have you?
No. What is Mortal Kombat? And he said, "Well, you know, it's like Street Fighter, but you can fucking kill people." See this game right now.
Maybe a little bit more volume. Okay. How do I pause? There we go. There we go. We can pause. We can pause. I'll volume it up. Meow 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 meow. I just fucking full blasted it. All right, we're all gonna get deaf together. Right? Eat that popcorn.
I fully remember the first time I played Mortal Kombat.
It was crazy, man. Oh, that combo. So brutal.
My favorite arcade.
My dad would usually give my brother and me $5 each and let us run wild while he went shopping.
I was at an arcade in Virginia.
The Q Lounge in the Bronx, New York. It was a space that was half smoky pool hall, half arcade.
He took us to an arcade.
Oh, it's great, right, Adam?
Up to Santa Rosa, there's a place called Systems City. And it was like part skate shop, but in the back room, all the lights were off, and they had like 5 arcade machines back there.
I see this huge crowd gathered around a new cabinet.
And it was sitting there. There was nobody around.
It was glorious.
No one was playing it. It was just sitting there. What is this?
I just remember just like a big line around the cabinet.
Everyone is crowded around.
Yeah, of course Adam's a huge fan of nostalgia.
Simultaneously exactly
This
like,
is exactly how you make a game collection. Yeah.
The film, the presentation, the real actors and actresses and all of that really just it's so
This is
striking.
not just a
Mortal
cash
Kombat,
grab.
You're seeing those two big characters on the screen. I was just like, this is the coolest thing ever.
Instantly, it was like, oh, it's digitized. It's real people.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, this is incredible. It's like, how are they doing this? How did this game come to be?
I was blown away by how it looked.
because it was a violent, bloody game.
Like, that's the first time I've seen blood in a video game that I remembered.
Even from a basic high punch, you just see blood flying out of these people's heads.
Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to think of the first game I saw blood in.
I could fall into a rhythm that just felt so good. Just like, you know, air kick, uppercut. And I was, oh, I feel like the baddest motherfucker in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's great.
Time where you didn't see that kind of stuff in games. And
Look at that broken gameplay.
You're running around
Look at
the
that.
world,
Look at that bullshit.
Kind of seeing what was
Couple
happening.
punches and fucking juggles him with a spear.
But
Like the Tetris one, Tetris Forever, I think. Yeah.
Ripped out a heart and held it up, blood dripping. from
It's
it. My dad
beating.
Went, oh no.
Oh yeah, there were NES games with blood. Smash TV had blood on the NES version as well.
People getting chopped in half and torsos being.
Oh, you know what? Golgo 13, top secret mission. That's probably the first game I saw blood in. You do sniping and you do headshots and blood just sprays out of their head.
I didn't know that was allowed in a video game.
And we're, 16, 17 at the time. So
Like-
this is the most exciting thing in the world.
The endings and how every character had, even though Street Fighter, they had an ending, but Mortal Kombat was like the first thing that really affected me that was like, I really want to play all these characters to see what
Well, you want to
happens.
see what happens, yeah.
So it wasn't like you could just go on YouTube and watch it. You had to, earn it, right?
What's Kano's backstory? What about Sonya? That's what we wanted to know about. And they specified a lot of it kind of in various screens and whatnot. We were hooked.
But it didn't take long from there for that game to be literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Every single pizza place,
You
7-Eleven, arcade.
You couldn't avoid Mortal Kombat in the 90s.
All of them had a Mortal Kombat machine probably within a month.
Yeah. And like to give you my background on my first experience playing Mortal Kombat, I've mentioned this on the channel before, but I figured this is a good time to talk about it. My first experience playing Mortal Kombat in the arcade was in a place in Grand Bend, Ontario. They had an arcade there that had they actually had multiple arcades there because in the 90s, like, to give you some background on Grand Bend, it's a beach town, like, strip of stores and activities that lead right to a beach. So it's one road that goes right to the beach, and on each side of the road there's shops where you can buy t-shirts that say all kinds of fucked up shit on it that you get to giggle as a kid when you see it. You've got arcades on both sides, you've got ice cream places, mini golf, like all kinds of places. And in one of the arcades, I remember it was the one with the mini putt. It was like a strip of like 6 or 7 machines, and Mortal Kombat was one of them. And I remember playing it and just being like, this is crazy. That place sounds really cool. Yeah, I would, man. Grand Bend is great. It's still there. They still do all kinds of stuff. There aren't any arcades, I don't think, anymore at all, unfortunately. They died with the arcade deaths of the mid 2000s. But yeah, no, I remember playing that there and like seeing like getting speared by Scorpion and being like, what the hell? Like, this is craziness, and blood going everywhere. Didn't see any fatalities in the arcade at that time because we didn't know, right? And then my brother, well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that once we get to the home ports. Gaming before the internet. While the internet existed in 1992, much of it was text only, and most people didn't have access to it. Most Mortal Kombat players operated on a local level. Handwritten move lists were often brought to arcades, where knowledge of finishing moves became social currency. Mortal Kombat, the comic book. I would love to have copies of this, because you could order this through the arcade cabinet. So between coin drops, the Attract mode of Mortal Kombat advertised a comic book drawn by John Tobias, which was only available via mail order. So you had to mail in. It was like $13 or something, and then you would get a collection of them or something. I know you could also get the soundtrack. Did you find the MK notes you wanted to show us, John? I just thought of it when I... Thank you for reminding me, Geek. It just reminded me when I saw the notes here. I know exactly where they are. On break, I will run and grab them. No arcades anywhere I grew up, but there was one of my aunt and uncle lived. That's where I played Splatterhouse for the first time. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's really awesome. That's an awesome memory. Yeah, I know how much you love Splatterhouse, and that makes sense. So thousands of these comics were sold, making the first item that in what would become a long list of Mortal Kombat merchandise. Oh, this is... Oh, sweet. Yes. So this is issue 1. Nice. So this... Yeah, because this... Okay, so to give you a little bit more story, is this actually is the lead up to the tournament. And it's also... There are black and white versions of this in the actual manual of the console version, or at least the Sega Genesis version. I don't have the console. I don't have the booklet for the Super Nintendo one because I bought that used. But the other one is my brother Dan's original Mortal Kombat game, which was the one that I played the shit out of, and that's the first time I saw Sub-Zero rip someone's head off, all that stuff. First bloody game with Splatterhouse. Oh yeah. Oh, it would have been, yeah. Okay, let's read the comic book. Oh, I like that I can zoom in. That's great. Shaolin tournament for martial arts was ages sorry, let me slow down. Was for ages a competition of honor and glory. Warriors from around the world were invited to take part. Shang Tsung was one of those warriors. Upon entering the tournament, he immediately won the title of Grand Champion. But unknown to the Shaolin who were hosts of the contest, each of Shang Tsung's victories added to a hidden dark and destructive power. Shang Tsung was cursed by his gods, and to appease them, he must not only take the life of an opponent, but also take the soul. Through this unholy ceremony is Shang Tsung able to keep his youth. Until the arrival of Kung Lao, a noble and mighty Shaolin monk. His strength and speed proved too much. Prove too much? Prove? Is it 2 O's? No, it's prove. Yeah. Proved too much for the overconfident Shang Tsung. Lao wins the fight, and the Grand Champion title that Tsung held so desperately. Years later, after the mysterious death of one of the 3 tournament grandmasters, Shang Tsung would return, prematurely aged and weakened from the effects of failing to appease his gods. Tsung invites an outworlder and former pupil to compete. Who do you think that is? Who do you think that is? I think we know who that is. I'm gonna say it starts with a G and ends in an Oro. It's Tifa. Yes, it's absolutely Tifa. His name is Goro. His speed was incredible, his strength unmatched, and although Kung Lao battled long and hard, Goro would prove the best of the two. For this ancient tournament, the victory marks an end of an era. Look at that. This is on the left here. You see the defeat of Kung Lao, and you can see Shang Tsung in the background, in the courtyard there, where the monks are watching the fight as he's defeated. And the start of a treacherous new beginning. One that will alienate the Shaolin from their own tournament and guarantee Shang Tsung the immortality he greatly desires. I'm gonna take a sip here. Oh, here's your hydrate gain from earlier, by the way. Make that an extra big gulp there. 500 years later, the Honan province, present-day China. Through his entire life, Liu Kang has heard stories and rumors about Shang Tsung's martial arts tournament. He is well aware of the evil behind the contest and must now decide whether to accept the invitation he recently received. I understand you requested permission to compete in Shang Tsung's tournament. Yes, Master Wu, I have been asked to attend. You must not overlook the true motive of Tsung's invitation. In his eyes, your defeat at the hands of Goro would most certainly put an end to the threat of the Shaolin ever retaking the contest. but Goro has grown overconfident. As would any warrior with a 500-year stretch of victories. He's not wrong. Your mind and spirit must work as one to walk with the wind. These attributes will enable you to put an end to Shang Tsung's treachery. I grant you permission, Liu Kang. The Shaolin depend on your victory. I will not fail. That is my promise. So a large departure from the movie plot where Liu Kang is the reluctant hero. Here he is asking for permission, but he does actually ask him in a very similar situation in the movie. It's just he's just not reluctant about it. He has a different purpose for going. It's pretty cool actually how close this is to the comic story. Great art, by the way. This is all the art's done by John Tobias. And I remember actually, you know what, this is giving me wow, I'm having a flashback memory. So this picture of Goro defeating Kung Lao, this is the great Kung Lao here, the original. I remember tracing over this with like tracing paper for Goro. I can't draw worth shit, but I was like, I want to draw a Goro. That's funny. eBay about 350 bucks. Yeah, totally worth it. Should have paid. I wish I mailed in that $13 back in the day or whatever it was. Tree Fitty. 2 weeks later, Hong Kong. Johnny Cage, martial arts movie star and soon-to-be competitor in Shang Tsung's tournament, is ready to board one of Shang Tsung's sail barges. For the past few weeks, the competition is all he could think about. It has also been on the mind of his agent and personal secretary. Will you relax, Chuck? Look, Johnny, all I'm saying is maybe you should reconsider that tournament thing. Look at that boat. You can't get on that hunk of junk. You're a commodity. You're looking at 20 mil this year. You want to risk that? Johnny, I've got to be back by the 15th. You're scheduled to start shooting Iron Claw on the 17th. You haven't even read the script. Come on, Johnny. These people could be crazy. This tournament isn't sanctioned by any martial arts organization, and I can't even find the person who's even heard of the friggin' thing. Just reconsider. Nope. Would love to have this comic and have it signed by the MK's cast. Oh, that'd be amazing. I'll be back in 2 weeks, I promise. I'll be back in 2 weeks, I promise. These are quality people, Chuck. Trust me. Yeah, just don't get hit in the face. Hey, who would hit Johnny Cage? Everybody loves me. And just a few miles away. Ping, ping, ping. Bada, 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 bada. All right, Kano, the bay is up ahead. Good. Oh, wait, what does he say? Oh, okay, we're gonna go to the right pane, I think, yeah. You'd better watch your back at that tournament. I hear no, wait, no, I think we're going left here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I read the wrong panel. Good, because these chumps are getting to me. You'd better watch your back at that tournament. I hear stories about this Wang Feng dude. Do you look at the character design, actually? This is actually really interesting. I'll comment on it in a second. That's Shang Tsung, and I'm gonna rip his heart out and eat it for breakfast. Not to sell, just to display it. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't want to sell something like that. Yeah, slice and dice, Kano, slice and dice. So look at the character design for the goon that's driving the car. Everybody Wang Feng tonight. Everybody Wang Feng tonight. So the character design for the dude on the left who's driving the car, Contra wants their lead back. No, I was thinking Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 3. Was this like an early, like did he like think back to this design or something? Contact your daughter if you think you've contracted Wang Feng. But doesn't he kind of look like Sub-Zero from MK3? Because he's got the red mark, and then he's got the blue over his shoulders that are just like that. Yeah. Well, so, yeah, Sub-Zero 2 after he loses his mask and everything. That was an interesting choice. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I was glad he was in the game because Scorpion was not there. I still don't fucking understand that decision. After I win the tournament, I want the entire Black Dragon gang there. I mean all of them, from Shanghai to Chicago. I see what he did there. He said Chicago because they're from Chicago. That is Ed Boon, John Tobias. Australian. More Australian. He's not Australian at this point. He's supposed to be American Japanese. I guess they're trying to say that Sub-Zero won the rivalry with Scorpion. I guess so. I hear there's a palace on that island. I just rewatched Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2 over the weekend. I should have my Australian accent down. Walls made of gold. We'll be looting for months. Later, hoodlums. I got a date with a bulletproof Winnebago. Good luck, Kano. You're gonna need it. You should have learned to have your Aussie accent down. Under. This is a great comic. I love this comic. I've read this so many times. Like I said, it was in the instruction booklet. Howdy, chumps. What the? Thump, thump. Hey, he's on the roof. Heads up, Sonya. We got a live one at 12. Dump, dump, dump. Too bad this thing is bulletproof. Yeah, I'd have that tapper, or that tapper, that sucker tap dancing. Only one person would have the nerve to pull this off. He needs a Foster's Lager. Want to play a game of Knifey Spoony? Kano. Use an Aussie company to supply Vortex for us. Never been called the C word in a friendly way so much. That was Kano. We can't let him get away. Sparky and the rest of you stay after that Jeep. Jake, follow me. We're gonna catch that one-eyed, tin-headed creep. Love it. Fierce. Stay alert, Jake. Eat plasma, bolt suckers. Sonya, look out. He's not shooting at me. He's shooting at those barrels. Ping, 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 boom. I love it. I fucking love it. Kano uses the explosion to distract Sonya and makes an incredible leap to safety aboard Shang Tsung's sail barge. Can't believe he got away. What an odd assortment of characters. That sure isn't the rest of the Black Dragon on that ship. I wonder where it's heading. Not very far if we open fire. No, we might hit a passenger. I'll radio ahead for a speeder boat. We'll let that floating junk pile sail further out before we intercept. Dude, was that real? No, it's an illusion. Hey, you're Johnny Cage. Can I have your autograph? That is amazing. I will comment, though, that is still very much in line with how the story of the 1995 movie went. As night falls, the sail barge sets out towards the East China Sea, and Kano joins a group of nearly 50 other warriors, all heading to Shang Tsung's tournament. All heading to impending doom. Also, Kano is just hair. Yeah, oh yeah. He's gorilla mode. All right. Deep in the mountain vastness of rural Japan, Shang Tsung traverses through strange lands to deliver a personal invitation. Raiden, God of Thunder, hear these words. I have traveled through your land, spoken your language, and your religions to deliver... Wait, what? Spoken your language and your religions to deliver this message. I ask you once more. Accept this invitation and compete in my great and noble tournament. Or do you fear the dangers of Mortal Kombat? He spelt it wrong. That's a C. Everybody call them out on that. Everybody boo! Boo! Boo on the C! Boo this man! This isn't a boo to you, this is to him. I fear no mortal, and your tournament is no more great and noble than the decrepit body your spirit possesses. I have long watched your practices, Shang Tsung. You are nothing but a peasant sorcerer. I accept your invitation and give you this warning. All who oppose Raiden will be crushed. Your acceptance is welcomed, Great Raiden. Oh, and please remember this tournament takes place in my domain, under my rule. And you know what? That line is very close in the 95 movie as well. Oh, Raiden is not a good guy. In this story, Raiden is not a good guy. I was saying Boo Earns. Good, I'm glad someone was saying Boo Earns. And on the East China Sea, Shang Tsung's sail barge continues its trek towards the tournament's secret location. Come on, Cage, say it. I'll be back. Punches him in the face. That wasn't my movie. Get up, Cage. You got no stuntmen to take your hits for you here. I do my own stunts. I'd say the movie star is unfairly outnumbered. Who the heck are you? My friends call me Liu Kang. You are not a friend. Thanks. Those are $500 sunglasses right there. What a great move to include content like this. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. That's all I needed. A moment of distraction is all the star needs. To deliver his patented shadow kick. Crack. Look at that. Shadow kick to the side of Kano's freaking neck, it looks like. And before any of Kano's newfound friends can join the fight. Skapow! Liu Kang ends it. The next time we do any fighting will be at the tournament. And it may also be against each other. Watch your back, Mr. Hollywood. Cause you just made me your worst enemy. Proceed with caution, Cage. Kano has lots of friends here. I think I can take care of myself. He will make the tournament difficult for you. No bicycle kick. Mortal Kombat 2 for the bicycle kick. Even though it was featured in the first movie. Mortal Kombat 2. You see, he doesn't have the bicycle kick yet. Ceiling Sub-Zero is watching. Yes, he is. Luring. He's what do they call that? He's vibe maxing? Or is he what's the other thing? Well, he could be aura farming. It looks like he's aura farming actually. As Liu Kang and Johnny Cage get better acquainted, they fail to notice the shadow-clad figure watching from above. Shadowclad. His name is Shadowclad. Could you imagine his name? Let him cook, exactly. He is a member of the Lin Kuei, a rare clan of Chinese super assassins. Oh my goodness!
Cradam gifted Ginger Jester a subscription. BKR Adam gifted a tier 1 sub to Ginger Jester. They have given 30 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you so very much, Adam. Jester, you are a warrior of valor once more! And with it come all the rights and privileges of access to the subscriber-only Discord, ad-free viewing, animated emotes, regular emotes, and we can share memes in the Discord section. Like I was saying, it's kind of fun. We share memes, we chat about things. We talked a lot about Masters of the Universe today, and I do some extra streams there usually. Usually once a week to every 2 weeks. Cook some fresh Baja Blast saucies. But thank you very much, Adam. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome, Skipper. Unfortunately for him, his attention is focused on the altercation below, and not the ghastly specter he's about to encounter. Lin Kuei, look into my eyes. He's taking this right from Ghost Rider. Yeah, and the worst day of the week for me. Oh yeah. Saturdays and Sundays are hard. Yeah, it's when I do them sub-only streams. I have started popping in during the week in the evenings from time to time. So keep an eye out. Make sure you have your notifications on the Discord there. And you might see me more often than you think. You can also voice chat in there, or you can just listen. As you know, you've been there. No, it can't be. Yes, you murdered me exactly 2 years ago to this day, but my demons have allowed me to return to avenge my death. I could kill you at this moment, but I am not a murderer. We will meet at the tournament, and then, Lin Kuei, you will pay for your crimes. You are a fool for sparing my life. That has yet to be seen. I love that art. This art right here, this is what... Okay, as a kid, this sold me on the Sub-Zero Scorpion drama. This is the revenge story. This panel right here, I was like, I am fucking invested. So is Sub-Zero the bad guy? Yes, he is. He's an assassin. You'll find out in a second. More about that. At sunrise, the Gale barge which left Hong Kong, the sail barge which left Hong Kong late the night before is joined by a dozen other ships, all arriving at Shang Tsung's island fortress. Sub-Zero 2 Electric Boogaloo is good. Yes. Yes, original Sub-Zero was a bad guy. After a day of practice and training, they are greeted by the island's emperor. The island's emperor, very interesting wording. And the tournament's 500-year grand champion. Welcome, warriors, to the greatest of all martial arts tournaments. You have all traveled great distances to be here. I hope it proves well worth it. Now let me introduce you the newest entry to our contest. Treasure these moments as if they were your last. Oh wait, that was the movie. Lieutenant Sonya Blade, we found her following one of my ships on this sacred island. Like all of her life depends on her performance. Like all of you, her life depends on her performance in the tournament. Geek. But so do the lives of her companions. So Sonya loses. Shang Tsung's gonna kill her freaking team. Her special forces team. Hey, I knocked them all out at once. The tournament has taken a turn for the worst. It was to be expected of Shang Tsung. Let the tournament begin! To be continued at an arcade near you. So that's the lore. That is Mortal Kombat 1. Not special enough if they got caught. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's all we got for the lore of Mortal Kombat 1 before you played it in the arcades. And even the home console, the lore was very light, but like they got to the point pretty quick. That was really cool. Cool, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So here's some specs. So we got some interesting specs about Liu Kang. Age 24, eyes brown, that's great. He's citizen of the People's Republic of China. He has his... See, this is where it's interesting. See, if you look at the known relatives for Liu Kang, his father's deceased, his mother's deceased. So Lin and Li Kang are deceased, but Chao Kang, his brother, his whereabouts are unknown. So I think that's where they took the piece for his brother in the movie. But they changed his name... to Chan. They changed his name to Chan. No one saw him and thought, can someone sew him a pair of shorts so he's not fighting an opposing pouch? What's wrong with the opposing pouch? Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to fight an opposing pouch. So he's from China. He's a Shaolin monk and fisherman. But yeah, if you look at Johnny Cage too, he's got, there's some interesting facts about him too. His real name is John Carlton. So it's very funny because he took a stage name for Hollywood. He's 200 pounds. So I'm actually... I used to be heavier than Johnny Cage. I am now lighter than Johnny Cage. His eyes are blue. He's a citizen of the United States. His father was Robert Carlton, and his mother was Rose Carlton. He has a sister, and he has an ex-wife. Of course he has an ex-wife. That's what's fucking hilarious. Cindy Ford is his ex-wife there. He's from Venice Beach, California. He's an actor. Moonrunes, hello. I used to be heavier than him too. How is he only 200 pounds with all that muscle? Yeah, right? Like what, 200 pounds? Yeah, in your bra. How's it going, Moonrunes? Good to see you. Kano. That's him. He's 6 feet tall. He weighs 205 pounds. His hair is black. He has one brown eye and one infrared built into his metal implant. I was looking at Liu Kang. He's only 20 pounds heavier than me, and I'm skin and bones. Well, there you go. He left you your skin and bones. He took all the rest. Known relatives, none. Was orphaned as a small child by an American woman in Tokyo. So birthplace is unknown. So he's not Japanese born, but he lived in Japan. He was orphaned in Japan. Criminal member of the Black Dragon organization. Okay, on to Sonya Blade. 5'10", 140 pounds. Brown hair? Brown hair? Not in this picture. Eyes blue. That I can agree with. Citizen of the United States. That's pretty brown. It's the blondest brown I've ever seen. She's a girl. She probably dyes it. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, she could dye her hair. All right. So, citizen of the United States. Her father, known relatives are her father, Major Herman Blade, Erica Blade, her mother, Daniel Blade, twin brother, deceased. Birthplace was Austin, Texas. Occupation: lieutenant in the U.S. Army, member of a special paramilitary police force. Be right back. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm gonna have a quick sip here. All right, let's learn some more. There's only 8 characters to learn about here because it was a very slim cast. Like, well, there's only 9 characters in Mortal Kombat 1. 7 playable. 10. Yeah. There's 7 playable, 1 secret fight, 2 bosses. Raiden, age eternal. 7 feet tall. Wait, 350 pounds. 350 pounds of pure, unadulterated muscle. How is he 150 pounds more than every other fighter here? Hair black, eyes, none. Status, deity, does not apply. Known relatives, none. Birthplace, none. Occupation, Thunder God. I love it. Sub-Zero, real name, unknown. It's Bihan. Don't tell anyone, but it's Bihan. Later. I really love this ninja style too. Like, even with the pointy sort of like cat ears they did design, I thought it was really, really cool. If the power goes out, he can power the home theater with lightning. Yeah, this is for the original arcade game. Yes, you're right, Runes. We just read through the comic that that they advertised on the arcade cabinet, so you would have to mail them money directly to Midway, and they would send you a copy of this comic. None. Oh, he has no legal status. He has brown eyes, black hair. None, however, resides somewhere in China. Known relatives, none. Birthplace unknown. Lifelong member of the Lin Kuei, a rare clan of Chinese ninja-type assassins. So not even dedicated just to specifically ninja, but ninja-type. Alright, Scorpion, real name unknown. Hanzo Hasashi? Hanzo Hasashi, I think. Yeah. Age 32, height 6'2", weight 210 pounds, hair is black, eyes, when I read this as a kid, I was like, varies? What's varies mean? And it's like, oh, they vary because they change color. That's cool. Scorpion is reincarnated Spectre and has no legal status. They probably realized ninja are not Chinese after they were already committed. Absolutely. Exactly, Brian. Hello and welcome, buddy. Hope you're having a good Wednesday, or Warnest Day as we call it around here. Known relatives, wife and child in former life. Note the difference in the lore that it doesn't specify whether they're living or not. Birthplace in former life, unknown. As Scorpion, hell. He was born from hell. Occupation, in former life, unknown. As Scorpion, a lost soul, hell-bent on revenge. Goro, age 2000. Much older than all other combatants, I must say. Except for maybe Shang Tsung. I don't know if Shang Tsung's older. Weight 550 pounds. So he's only 200 pounds heavier than Raiden. Hair black, eyes red. Legal status none. Outworld, Prince of Kuatan, which got changed to Shokan later on. I had a Scorpion trading card when I was a little kid, and I have no idea how I got it, nor what happened to it. I love those little things that kind of like come into your life, and you're like, I don't know how I got this, or where it went. It's interesting, right? His known relatives are King Gorbak, his father, Queen Mai, his mother. Goro also has 7 wives. Well, he's got 4 hands. Let's leave that there. His birthplace is Kuatan, the 4th astral plane of Shokan. Oh, okay, realm of the Outworld. Okay, so there's the plane of Shokan that they're mentioning. Okay, sorry, I mixed that up. So Kuatan was a place. Shokan was a plane of places. It's an astral plane. Interesting. Occupation, Prince of Kuatan, ruler supreme of Shokan's armies. The original game, Goro is described as half man, half dragon. Yep. Yes, you are correct. And here's all the characters and who they're played by. So Ho Sung Pak plays Liu Kang and Shang Tsung. Look at that. They wanted to save on printing because Daniel Pesina played Johnny Cage, Scorpion Sub-Zero, and Shang Tsung, but they just gave him, or sorry, he played Scorpion Sub-Zero and Johnny Cage, and they only gave him DP for the frickin' as initials for the Scorpion and Sub-Zero. That's funny. Carlos Pesina played Raiden. Richard Divizio. Oh, he's billed as Rich Divizio. Interesting, because I always knew him as Richard. All his friends call him Rich, so that makes sense why he's under here as Rich. But in the game, he's credited as Richard. And Ho Sung Pak was Shang Tsung as well. Design team, look at this. 4 fucking people plus 1 person did the mocap for Goro. That fucking crazy. I still can't get over that. John Tobias did all the graphics. Ed Boon did all the programming. John Vogel did the backgrounds. Dan Forden did the music and sound effects. That is freaking nuts. Goro stop motion miniature by Kurt Chirelli. And look at that. Look at that. You can order your limited edition authentic Mortal Kombat t-shirt, just $9.95 plus $2.50 postage and handling. Send to Mortal Kombat 1340 West Irving Park Road, Suite 414, Chicago, Illinois 60613. Look at that. You get, oh sweet. They had medium large, extra large, and $2 extra for oversized extra large. Make a check or money order payable to Midway Manufacturing Co. Illinois state residents add 6% sales tax. So I remember these things. So mail-in orders, you had to figure out the tax on yourself on your own. Foreign orders add $10 in US funds, allows 6 to 8 weeks for delivery. So this shirt in Canada would have cost $19.95 in US funds. Back in 1992, this would have been. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. I would have loved to have one of those shirts. I didn't know what it was. I was just learning. So this is all more art. Well, not concept. Well, comic art. Got Kano and his knives. We got Goro up here looking menacing. And we got Sub-Zero and Scorpion hanging out at the bottom. Scorpion looking like angry as fuck. I like the signature there. John Tobias. 1992. That's cool. Very cool. Alright, that's the comic, guys. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Okay, this is funny. The creation of the Mortal Kombat promotional comic and its surprise success led to impromptu pizza parties. Okay, here we go.
The idea to produce a comic book for the first MK game, that started with me.
Oh, there we go.
Comic books, I had a great desire to sort of tell this story that we weren't able to.
I was wondering why there weren't subtitles
so
before.
I thought, what better place to do it in a comic book? I talked to Ed about it, and so Ed thought it was a great idea, and I think the both of us
Fantastic.
went to Roger Sharp to try to see if there was any money that we could get from marketing to help us produce this comic book.
I tried to always do stuff that I thought would be special, and John, pulled together, there's a comic book.
It was a great idea.
I wasn't getting paid anything extra to draw this comic, so I wrote the story and
That's so cool.
Did the illustration.
So Goro is Dragonborn. Yep.
Roger was able to scrape up, I think, a few $1,000s.
Ah, so cool.
And we were able to produce a few thousand copies of this comic, and we weren't sure how many we were going to sell.
And they all sold.
There was an advertisement in the game, and players would see the advertisement meet track mode, and they would mail in a check for $3. Sometimes they would mail cash. Ed and I would get bags of envelopes
with $3 in.
And they would.
I love this documentary. So much great content. Absolutely dizzy, Dennis. How's it going? Welcome.
There was nobody to do that, so Ed and I ended up sitting in his office.
Hope you're having a great War Nest Day.
We were the ones.
Good to see you.
Opening each envelope, collecting the money, writing the.
How is your
addresses
Wednesday
on the
going?
envelopes, popping the comics, and mailing them all out.
This is crazy.
I remember we did that one weekend. It was just Ed and I. And then we
like
decided
all weekend.
People around the office,
Like
hey,
so
come and
many
help us
fucking
pack the
comics.
And we'll buy a pizza. Every once in a while, I would sign one. We would write these weird encryptions on the envelope. Sometimes I would draw a picture on the envelope, little messages to the players. I don't know if anybody ever saved any of that stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's
Eventually, I think
crazy.
we were in over our heads because the stuff just kept coming.
And sales took off. We had to go back in and reprint the comic book.
And then eventually Roger, I think, handled, I don't know who he paid to do the packing and the mailing and stuff.
We were packaging and boxing up. Thank you, Jeanette and Alice, to get everything out to people.
Going well, Mortal Kombat 2 movie finally released here in Japan. Life is good. The extra weight was brutal. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I hope you enjoyed it too. We're not talking spoilers here, but just if you liked it, that's great. Let us know. Kind of what happened to TMT when they released it. Unexpected success. Yeah, absolutely. That's so cool. That's funny that they had to it was just a couple guys in an office mailing out comics. Won't spoil, but I loved it. Really liked Liu Kang in it. I like that they gave Liu Kang more to do. I just like that they gave everyone more to do in that movie. It was so much better. So much better. And if you're big into anything sort of 80s, 90s, that sort of thing, I watched the new He-Man last night, and it was so much fun. It was so much fucking fun. I was laughing. I had a smile on my face. I'm a big He-Man fan. Like I was a huge fan of the original 80, I think it was 83 movie, and I've watched it like a billion times, but I really enjoyed the new one, and I went with someone who knew nothing about He-Man, and he had a great time. He was like laughing and like he was loving it. So go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Not my favorite character for long shot, but Kano was one of the best parts of MK2. So much for Liu Kang to do. Nice to see him mountain biking and painting and enjoying his other hobbies. Not just kung fu fighting, but everyone was kung fu fighting. Everybody was. From game to comic, some of John Tobias' sketches, pencils, and color studies for the promotional comic book, an uncut sheet of the finished printed pages now hangs in a frame in a hallway at NetherRealm Studios. I was talking about NetherRealm Studios today, actually, at work. How I've got a colleague going to Chicago for a bachelor party vacation next week, and he was saying he was going to Chicago, and I'm like, oh, that's so great. They got a great art gallery there. I'd love to see. They've also got NetherRealm Studios there, and he's like, oh yeah, and I'm like, yeah, they did Mortal Kombat. He's like, oh, that's really cool. I'm like, yeah, cats are fast as lightning. Absolutely. This concept sketches for the comic book, sort of layout sketches, and you can see where they went. I cried when Liu Kang got into VR gaming, but when Kung Lao joined him, I was so happy. Also, like the part where Johnny went to space and to battle Space Shark. Space Shinnok is the worst. Oops, sorry, no spoilers. Yes. Damn it, Dizzy! I said one thing, don't spoil it! Now everyone's gonna know about Space Shinnok. That's amazing. Oh, look at the original marker render. Ban. Yeah, just immediate ban. That's so cool. This is called a marker rendering.
Welcome, warrior.
Thank you very much for the follow, Dizzy. Welcome to the jolliest bunch of warriors this side of the internet. I hope you enjoy your time here. And it's been nice to get to know you. If it's any consolation, I haven't seen the film. I have no idea what the hell Space Shinnok is, even hearing about it. It's okay. Oh gosh, I just zoomed in really hard. That's Scorpion's fire. Yeah, Dizzy Dennis was just joking around. So would you try running past security to get into Nether Realms? I think you could probably tour it. I'm sure they would probably have options to go through there. Just maybe not everywhere. Because they seem like pretty open. Scorpion's fire, he says it zoomed. I was not zooming on... This is zooming on Sonia's crotch, okay? I would very much point it out if I was doing it. And right now I am. It's a pleasure. Glad I stumbled in here. Time zones may make it a bit hard to sit down and hang out, but it is what it is, and I completely appreciate that. I'm also streaming on Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern time as well. So actually around this time, but on Saturday. So that might be Sunday for you. I want to get into the true development areas. Well, we can't look at the new games that are going on. All right, enough about Sonia's crotch. All right, the 16-bit wars. This was serious. Oh, jeez.
Binary Geek shot 50 shells.
Here is Sub-Zero. There you go. There's Sub-Zero.
Now, Plane Zero.
I think it's 11 a.m. in Japan when you go live on Saturdays. There you go. And this is for subs. Look at this one.
Fuck! Get over here!
Not the Sub-Zero you're expecting. There you go. There's Scorpion. There's lots of commands here. They require the bot points. Oh god, the redeems. The redeems. Kane's like, mute, mute, mute. There's tons of redeems. There's also text-to-speech on bits, and thank you very much for those 50 bits, by the way, Geek. I appreciate that. Well, Nintendo has dominated the 8-bit era. There it is. There it is. So this is Kane. And whenever we play video games, he carries me through them. So he's gonna carry me through the video. Thank you for carrying me to Mount Doom. I've never thanked you properly, Kane. Thank you very much. As a big Sonic fan, I would never forget the 16-bit console wars, but I'm glad we have moved past that. It was crazy for some people, but like with me and my friends, we were just like, oh, what do you have? And it was like, there was two ways we looked at it. I think we were like the chillest of the console wars because we were like, what do you have so that I can share games with you, or I can play something I can't play because you have a different console. That's the way I always looked at it. That's sort of the way I looked at it, and most of my friends were the same way. There was no like, I'm not going to talk to, well, maybe I didn't talk to those people because maybe there was, and I wasn't aware of it. Maybe they're like, I'm not going to talk to that guy. That's the Nintendo guy. We don't talk to the Nintendo guy. Me and my friends Sega heads. Oh yeah, yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, Kane's a Sega head. He was a big Sega guy back in the day. So rival Sega had taken away significant market share from Nintendo during the 16-bit days, in part because it was more permissive in regards to content of games that appeared on the platform. This would have a significant effect on the home versions of Mortal Kombat. This was a huge deal because the Sega versions of Mortal Kombat had the blood, had the violence. The Nintendo ones did not. When we were little, we were excited to go to friends' different consoles so you could play other stuff. Exactly. Then we're teens and online games got started, and that's where it got divisive. Yeah. In the 80s, there was a Motu RPG. Explain Motu. I feel like Nemad might know that one. He's a fan of archaic RPGs. This is your first time viewing the documentary content? This is stream 2. This is stream 2 of documentary. We're doing Mortal Kombat fights on the Saturday nights. We're doing like Saturday night fights, and then on Wednesdays we're doing the documentary stuff. Oh, sorry, content. Yes, thank you. You just saw the movie. Oh, Masters of the Universe. Oh, okay. That's what I thought you were saying, but pen and paper. Oh, okay, that's cool. No, I didn't know that. And your friend had a PlayStation, you had an Xbox, you had to... That bitch-ass bitch couldn't party with you online or with LANs, and we all got mad. Yeah. Yeah, that, like, I was a PS2 guy for the longest time, and then I've got a story for you sometime, but I didn't buy my Xbox. I won it from Much Music. Not gonna spoil, but once they get to MK4, the vibe on the whole dock changes. Oh, cool! I'm excited. All right, so New York, Mortal Monday. This was a big freaking deal. At a Much Video dance party? Did you? No. Did I really? Yeah, I did. I actually, all right, I might as well tell the story. It's pretty short. But I entered a contest on a website, on Much Music's website, to win tickets to go meet Blink 182, because my girlfriend at the time, now wife, was obsessed. I wish I was on Electric Circus. I was too young. I watched Electric Circus all the time. I loved the music, the dancing. There were some women on there. You know, it was a thing. I was young. But yeah, I entered a contest through their website to win Blink 182 tickets to like go meet them, meet and greet / like interview or something on when they were coming to Much Music, and you could be there for it. Yeah, exactly. I love the music. No, but I'm a huge fan of techno. I love techno to this day. Yeah, definitely not the Scantily Clad Dance. It was the whole package, Brian. But so I entered the contest to win those tickets to go see Blink-182 because I'm like, oh man, my wife could go, or my girlfriend could go, it would be amazing. We could go together. It'd be so cool if I could win that for her. And then it definitely involved the package. And anyways, as I was finishing up the contest, at the bottom of the screen, like as you're scrolling down on those old web forms that were all boxes that you would fill out and whatever, and then there was a checkbox, another box on the bottom of the form that said, would you also like to enter the Xbox sweepstakes from Much Music? And I said, yeah, why not? I checked the box. So then I got a phone call, an actual phone call from them a little while later. I don't know if it was 1 week, 2 weeks, a month. It was a little while later. And they're like, hey, it's whoever from, let's just call him Jacob. Hey, it's you never won an Xbox from Much Music, but you won a car from Captain Morgan? Interesting. That's fucking awesome. He's like, hey, it's Jacob from Much Music. How's it going, John? This is John, right? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, true story. That's really fucking cool, Brian. You'll have to tell me. We'll have to chat this one out sometime. That's fucking amazing. And I'm like, yeah, it's me. And he goes, okay, yeah, we just, you won this contest for an Xbox, and you won a third prize. All right, I'll tell you when you want to hear it. Absolutely. That sounds awesome, dude. And I'm like, oh, cool. What did I win? And he's like, oh, an Xbox console. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is so cool. I can play the new Ninja Gaiden. I was so excited because Ninja Gaiden was an Xbox exclusive, and I wasn't going to get to play it. And I was such a big fan of the NES games. I was like, this new Ninja Gaiden's going to be amazing. So then the guy's like, okay, now you got to do something for me though. And I'm like, what? Exactly, because of the pause strats. Brian, Ninja Gaiden 3 is amazing when you're playing the Japanese version that isn't the super broken hard one. Mind you, I played through the North American version maybe a year and a half ago on stream here on my cartridge I have, but it's a lot better. It's really fucking hard and unfair. I will give it that, especially at the midpoint of the game. The difficulty goes from like this to like bam, and then the end of the game kind of like tapers off a bit. It's not really harder at the end, it's just different versus the mid game. It's really fucking unfair. Anyways, so he's like, Jacob's just like, John, you got to do this for me. And I'm like, what do I got to do? He says, you have to answer me this skill testing question. So we have a thing in Canada where you can't just win a prize. You have to earn it. You have to answer a question or something like that to actually get a prize. It's something with the legalities of it. Ninja Gaiden 3 on NES is great. Oh, Ninja Gaiden 3 is disgusting. Oh, yeah. No, that game sucks. Yep. The skill testing question. So I'm like, okay, what's the skill testing question? He goes, okay, so it's, let's say it's like 9 times 3 minus 4 plus 15 or something like that. And I'm like, okay, just give me a second. And I said, do I have a time limit? He goes, yes, there is a time limit. And I'm like, oh God. Oh dear. Okay, so I like write it down on paper. I'm like, and I'm like, I didn't keep track of the math. I just spat out, but I'm like, is it? Yes, I said something like 38, and he's just like, yeah, that's it, man. What's your address? Blah blah blah. We'll mail it out to you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I got in the mail an Xbox from them that showed up maybe a couple weeks later, and it freaking blew my mind. His name was Howard, because every Xbox, I don't know if you remember this, but every Xbox had a name and they were unique to each one. That was really cool. Yeah. How many stamps are on the envelope? I don't remember. It was just a box, and it came like perfectly well packaged and everything. Now the only sad part to the story is I had my Xbox 360, and I had a friend, my friend's brother was leaving town, and he didn't have a video game console, and he's like, hey, I will buy your Xbox for $50. And I said, sure, because all my games still played on my Xbox 360. So I was just like, there's no need to keep this. It's fine. I kept it pristine. They kept it pristine. It was still in the box. It was still packaged. Like, it was completely bubble wrapped and everything. My buddy hacked Xbox. He hacked an Xbox and he put an emulator on it with like Final Fight and all kinds of arcade and Super Nintendo game stuff. Anyways, so yeah, so I did sell it, but it was such an amazing thing. I got to play through Ninja Gaiden. I got to play Halo. I got to play Fusion Frenzy. I've got like all my Xbox games here. Got Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. Fable, yes, I played Fable on that. I played Crimson Skies, Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I have more games, but they're somewhere else. But anyways, sold up 50 bones to a pal. You're a good, stupid, dumb man, John. Such a thoughtful, nice idiot. Yeah, right. I'm like, he's a buddy, so it's I don't need it anyways, right? So anyways, this is a good point to take a break because I'm out of water. I need to get those codes that I promised you guys, and I just finished my story. So we'll get back to Mortal Kombat momentarily. Don't go anywhere. Have a drink, have a stretch, and I will be right back. So here's the be right back screen. Dangerous. Bum bum. Bum bum ba-dum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Danger. The sign says danger. I eat danger for breakfast. I fall off ladders for breakfast and die instantly. Oh, now I can go down.
Freddie Mercury on steroids. Here.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Monica, as well.
I'll go throw that out. So, yes, that was donated by one of my coworkers who helped me, who has done very well in teaching me along the way at my current job. So.
Shout out to Pierce.
Shout out to Pierce. Okay, and then I just have to put that and then send it.
Oh, I've got that thing right here. Into here, and then the portal. No, do I go left? I gotta go left. It's so unnatural to turn to go left here. Oh shoot! Interactive credits. Interesting. That's really cool. I'm gonna go find Ken and become. I'm telling you, it's like fucking muscle memory. Please, please, somebody clip that. Every time. Oh. Roombas from hell. Yeah, I totally saw that coming. The spikes from the old spike from the ceiling trick. Clearly not the world's greatest cat burglar. No. Smash, smash, smash. Hey. Ah! What the fuck? How was I gonna expect a giant friggin' desert dust skull? How the frick? No. Oh, he double hit me. All right, I gotta wait for this to pass. There. Oh, I was right there. I was right there. Come on, get there, get there, get there, man, get there. Come on. Oh boy, come on, no. The checkpoint. Come on, man. I was so close. Just gotta get to the checkpoint, like literally got the sword. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna take a full break, I'm just gonna stretch. Here, you get the shirt stretch. Very reflective shirt. Oh. Whoa, and he is out of here. Oh shit. Huh? Oh no. No, no, no. The fucking PlayStation button. No. Okay, I'm back. Gotta work, lurk. My apologies. No, never apologize for lurking. Thank you for being here, Dizzy. And we'll catch you next time. Here are my codes. Here's a piece of paper that has a bunch of random codes I wrote on it as a kid. I don't know what most of them mean, but I do know on this side, there are Super Smash TV codes that my friend read to me over the phone. We were friends for many years, and when I was living up north, anal, yes sir, yes, analyzer. So right up down RL, that's the select levels, and Super Smash TV, that is the most important code.
You get the sound test, all this stuff, and I've also got level codes for Lemmings on Super Nintendo. It's fucking great, man. It's fucking great. These are great. And then as I'd rent games, I'd write things, and it's like here, you know what? I think these might actually be Metal Gear codes for the original Metal Gear on NES. Oh wait, Analyzer, Emulator, I think those might be codes for Alien 3 randomly. I know that's really random. But yeah. You ever asked Doug about his... I have not asked him about his Smash TV cabinet yet. I will have to, for sure. Alright, Mortal Monday, guys. This is really important. This was huge, huge. So New York-based Acclaim Entertainment confirmed its home versions of Mortal Kombat in June 1993 at the Summer Consumer Electronics Show, promising a September 13th release on both 16-bit consoles as well as both major handheld systems, Nintendo's Game Boy and Sega's Game Gear. Acclaim branded the release event Mortal Monday. Doug has a Smash TV. Yes, you told me. We all had codes like that, yeah. Geek showing off how rich his family was, owning pens. So this is the release, like the press release, Acclaim News. So June 3rd, 1993, Acclaim's highly anticipated Mortal Kombat attacks the video game market this September with the simultaneous worldwide Mortal Monday release of the title of Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Genesis, and Game Gear. Acclaim's Mortal Kombat is a translation of the popular Midway martial arts game that soared to the top of Playmeter and Replay coin-op charts soon after its arcade debut. Since January, we've received thousands of calls each month, people with questions, comments about Mortal Kombat, says Sam Goldberg, Vice President of Marketing. This kind of enthusiasm is unprecedented. We believe it'll be the hottest entry in the video game market this year. Nope, pencils and in blood if I need it more permanently. If you need to make a covenant with a demon, you have to have blood handy. Don't do that. Don't make covenants with demons. Multi-million-dollar marketing campaign counts down to Mortal Monday. Acclaim is launching Mortal Kombat on Mortal Monday. It's currently slated for September 13th. An extensive multi-tiered advertising and public relations campaign is in place to support the kickoff. Mortal Monday television advertising and promo IDs will appear on nationally syndicated shows, national cable programming, and in top spot markets. While Mortal Monday radio promotions will run in late August through September to heighten enthusiasm for the game's release, in addition to national movie theater promotions. Through July, a teaser campaign in major teen and video game publications will also build on consumer excitement leading up to Mortal Monday. That is so cool. And that's directly from Acclaim, boasting what they knew was going to happen. They were ready. Yeah, because we weren't hyped enough. Yeah. Mortal Kombat, page 2. An Acclaim-sponsored national sweepstakes currently underway offers consumers the opportunity to win an arcade game, while Acclaim's Combat Confidential series, which provides never-before-released information on the development of Acclaim's Mortal Kombat titles, is being disseminated to media throughout the country. In addition, a free Mortal Kombat Underground newsletter, The Pit, will provide information on the game's development and address consumer demand for inside information. Oh, jeez. Yes, that game. That game. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for the bits. And the corgi that goes with it. Corgi barks Mortal Kombat. Major POP program for retailers will provide specially designed Mortal Kombat and Mortal Monday banners, posters, counter cards, and in-store videos to build awareness of the September release date. Mortal Kombat, the way gamers want it. Choosing one of the 7 warriors that are familiar to gamers from the arcade, including Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Kano, Sonya Blade, Raiden, spelt differently at the time. See, I think that it was lost, I would say lost in translation, but it's an American game. So that's very interesting. Yeah. Sub-Zero and Scorpion players fight in the finish to the finish in martial arts showdowns. So they're not matches, they're showdowns. NetherRealm Studios, the development behind Mortal Kombat and Injustice, does not offer public tours. No! Because of the sensitive nature of unreleased games and proprietary development, visiting the Chicago area headquarters is limited to press events, special contests, and invited guests. No! My dreams! Why'd you shatter my dreams, geek? That's okay. I understand. I just gotta win a contest, right? Each warrior has also has an arsenal of unique and deadly moves, such as Liu Kang's helicopter spin kick. I like how they lead with that. And Sonya Blade's Kiss of Death, leading them through multiple battles in the martial arts inspired settings. Characters in Mortal Kombat are digitized from actual martial arts footage and offer images that are among the most realistic in video gaming to date. The title also features 9 of the largest interactive characters, each 92 pixels tall, ever featured in a video game. Oh, the largest. Okay, yeah. Combining with the game's intense, hard-hitting 16 meg graphics, Acclaim believes Mortal Kombat will be among the most popular video games to enter the market this year. Mortal Kombat will be available September for Super Nintendo, Game Boy, Genesis, Game Gear, Sega, and the Sega Master System in Europe only. See, I've never, that is, okay, add that to my bucket list. I've never played Mortal Kombat on the Sega Master System. Company expects to release the title for Sega CD. Oh, jeez.
Brian in bottles shot 50 shells.
Thank you, Brian. He's like, sit up straight. You wanted the popcorn to fly out of my mouth. Thank you very much, Brian. And it did come to Sega CD, so I have not played the Sega CD version either. I did a little bit, yeah. I knew it. Based in Oyster Bay, New York, with offices in Canada, France, Germany, Japan, and the United Kingdom, Acclaim Entertainment Inc. is a leading worldwide publisher for interactive entertainment products under Acclaim, LJN, Flying Edge, and Arena labels. These include all kinds of consoles and gaming peripherals, publicly traded under NASDAQ under AKLM. For additional information, Acclaim's complete line of interactive. Could you imagine? Not LJN again, yeah. Could you imagine what the stock price would have been after Mortal Monday for Acclaim Entertainment? So here's some screens from the game. So the top 2 are from the Sega Genesis version. These 2 are from the Super Nintendo version, I can tell right away. These are from the Game Gear version. These are from the Game Boy version. But the level was changed. See on the bottom there how there's those heads? I don't think those were there in the final version. I think those were changed out. Everything else looks the same though. Primal Rage on Game Gear ate so many of my batteries. I believe that. I still have my Game Gear. And my stepmom actually bought it for me for Christmas one year. And with it, she was a genius. She bought me an adapter that I can plug into the wall. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. That was amazing. Ever get the TV turned? No, I never got that. That would have been amazing. I did a lot of traveling, like road trips and planes and stuff when I was a kid. So yeah, that would have been great. All right. Countdown sweepstakes. As part of the big lead up to Mortal Monday, Acclaim announced a Mortal Kombat countdown sweepstakes that would reward an arcade version of Mortal Kombat to one lucky winner who answered 5 questions on the by the contest deadline. My parents quickly sprung for the 12-volt car and 120. Yep. It's the only way to play Game Gear, man. It eats 6 batteries in less than 2 hours. This is all about the sweepstakes. I'm just gonna read the important stuff. I don't want to bore you guys to death. Phone lines overwhelmed with calls about Mortal Kombat Beyond sale. Sweepstakes Combat Confidential is designed to address questions and comments in the anticipation of the release. Okay, so this is talking about the behind the scenes that they were talking about. Each edition of Combat Confidential will contain a contest question, total of 5, that will allow readers to enter a sweep. So you had to have 5 issues of this to get the 5 questions to then answer them correctly to then win the prize. They made it so hard to win, and I kind of love it. NFL 95 go a couple hours. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers killed it almost instantly. Yeah. I played a lot of Sonic 2 because it came with it. I had Sonic 2. I had Sonic Spinball. I had, surprisingly, not Mortal Kombat. I don't have Mortal Kombat on Game Gear. That would be kind of cool to complete the collection that way. When my parents won their house. Wait, what? When my parents won their house? You had to have every edition of the newspaper for the whole week. A lot of prize winnings going on over there. Winning houses and cars. Lucky in the contest. I keep forgetting you guys are a few younger than I. Oh, years younger? Yep. Local paper in your city ran a contest for 2 years where they gave away a house. Oh, that's so cool. And they won it. Amazing. I absolutely appreciate the way you worded that, Brian. A lot. They won the first one. That's fucking amazing. That is life-changing. All right. We're getting close, guys. We're getting, I see what's coming. I see what's coming. Not next, but soon. Oh, this is the release, like not the magazine, but like the leaflet that they released, the newsletter. Yeah, the pit. Oh, this is so cool. I've never seen this. It's a great story too, but you got to talk MK, right? We got to talk MK. Acclaim produced free newsletter called The Pit, which gave eager Mortal Kombat fans character bios, some photos from that year's CES, and at the end of the opening statement of the front page, a mysterious code ABACABB with no further context. So this is where we learned the blood code from. They didn't say what or when. So you had to have a copy of this newsletter talking about the home console releases, and then when you're in the combat code screen on the Sega Genesis, it talks about Warriors Code, and that is what is in referencing. Oh, this is so cool. This is so very cool. Issue 1 of The Pit, Mortal Kombat Underground Newsletter. Introduction. Got to make this quick, my little combatants, before the programmers get wind of my intentions. Ooh, it's like mysterious. Like, oh, don't tell anyone. I know, but I'm not supposed to tell you. What follows is the complete expose on Mortal Kombat, the wicked arcade game that will now stand the video. Oh wait, that will stand the video game world on its head. Right now, Acclaim is working on bringing this gut-busting, chiropractic spine-twisting game to Super NES, Game Boy, Sega CD, Genesis, and Game Gear systems. And I've got all the inside track. Oh, I've got the inside track on what's going on. Want to know what moves are going to be in it? Read on. Want to know if it's true to the arcade? Read on. Want to know who died and made me the boy genius on what Acclaim's doing when no one else can get the straight poop on MK? The Telegram font, though, right? Read this. I work here. I hang out with the people who are producing the game. I eat lunch with them. We play softball together. Are you getting all this? They tell me things. I tell you. It's that simple, and it shouldn't be too tough for you to figure out that I could lose my job over this. Anyway, that's why I'm stressing. Now that you know I'm imminently qualified for the task, read on and find out just what's happening with the #1 arcade slice 'em and dice 'em sensation. just do me one favor. Don't tell anyone you heard from me, okay? Call me eccentric, but I happen to like to be able to eat on a regular basis, and my job lets me just do just that. Sit down, pay attention, and read on. Here comes Mortal Kombat. Combat code name ABACABB. So that has to be the first mention of the blood code, and it's not referenced as the blood code, but that is the code. That is really cool. So that's the origin of ABACABB. That's really cool. Skipping ahead. 10 combat contents, 10 most asked questions, building the perfect beast, profiles in combat, Mortal Monday, September 13th and more. Okay, so here's the quick kicks. All right, so here's your little descriptions about each version. So name Mortal Kombat, systems for all the different systems. Control will work with any controller out there, including Sega's 6-button controller and Acclaim's new dual turbo wireless remote system. You're the first to hear about these hot new controllers. I knew it before that guy because I was banging Boone's mom. Oh, the blood code. Really, Brian? Characters, 16-bit games feature all of them and more. See, I like how they're specific. No, not really. Mortal Monday, September 13th. I'm pretty sure I was 7. But don't delay. Go order yours today and pick up a way cool Mortal Kombat kit just for being the bird of early. The bird of early, man. The bird of early, man. It has a poster, special Mortal Kombat tips, rub-on tattoos, and more. If you have to ask, then don't even bother. If you have to ask why, don't even bother. Page 2. All right, we already know this. We read the comic. It has the same descriptions and everything. This is all copied from the comic. Very cool, though. Top 10 questions about Mortal Kombat. Will there be 2 different versions of the game? Mortal Kombat Super NES will be known as the Competition Edition. See, that's amazing. That is amazing. Well, you guys can't see it right from this angle, but I often have secrets. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's often little hints and secrets in my background, so I got that idea from Mortal Kombat years ago. But yeah, there are things back there that are interesting if you point out. But anyways, so the Competition Edition it was named differently for many reasons, but anyways, we'll go on. So the Genesis version will be the Tournament Edition with Mode A. Only the most rad gamers will be able to access Mode A. So that's the Blood mode. Well, the home versions have variable difficulties. Yes, the difficulty setting will be the same as the arcade game. You may not know it, but the arcade owner has access to a 5-point difficulty setting. So that is some very behind-the-scenes stuff. We didn't know that shit when we were kids, that there was access to, like, the owner of the arcade could, like, switch the options for an arcade machine. Super Nintendo game will also have a handicap setting, allow 2 players of different skill to compete on an equal basis. That doesn't activate your glands. The game will also have hand-to-hand mode where all special moves will be disabled. That is a funky addition. I remember that on the SNES version. Will the graphics be intense? This is Mortal Kombat. This is the most mortal kind, dudes. Okay. And as such, the most exalted and awaited answer is yes! The Genesis, Sega CD, and Super NES version of Mortal Kombat will all have incredibly detailed graphics. Yeah, I like how they're very strategically avoiding talking about the handheld versions, because they weren't very good. The Game Boy one's fucking terrible. Anyways, is a special controller being planned? Mortal Kombat for Sega Genesis and Sega CD will be compatible with the new 6-button controller and the standard control pad. Super NES game will take advantage of all 6 buttons and will be compatible with any arcade stick currently available. Will you be able to control Goro and Shang Tsung? No word yet, but I've tapped the producer's phone so that if anything breaks, I'll know. Interesting. When it will be available on CD systems? We'll be seeing the next level of Mortal Kombat about January next year. So Sega CD did not release on Mortal Monday. Sega CD version. Will it have the secret character Reptile? If you can figure out how to get to him, you'll be slamming and jamming with Reptile. Will it have the pit scene? It would be the pits without it. Yes, you'll be able to uppercut some poor slob into the pit. Some poor slob. Will the home versions have finishing moves like the arcade? In Acclaim's effort to make the home game as exciting and action-packed as the arcade game, you will be able to finish him or her with Scorpion's flamethrower, Sonya's kiss of death, and Liu Kang's helicopter kick and more. You could be that poor slob.
Get over here!
Right? The number one Mortal Kombat question is, drumroll please, when will Mortal Kombat be available? Prepare yourself for Mortal Monday, September 13th. That's the day Mortal Kombat hits the shelves of more of your favorite store anywhere in the world in more than 50,000 stores. Mortal Kombat will be busting down the door. Are you prepared for Mortal Monday? They were hyping this up. Hype was at an all-time high. It's a wrap. I have now stood before your microphones and bright lights to answer all your palm sweating inducing questions, and now I have one of my own. What in the world are you waiting for? Go reserve your copy of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Monday is coming out, or it's coming September 13th. Busting makes me feel good. There we go. So this is a behind the scenes interview with the creators of Mortal Kombat. That's really cool. Building the perfect beast. I'm not the most talented guy in the world, but by impersonating the voice of Acclaim's vice president of product development, I was able to talk to John Tobias and Ed Boon at Williams Bally Midway. The two guys are responsible for making Mortal Kombat the #1 in the nation. Here are the excerpts. What's your background? Ed Boon. I studied computer science at University of Illinois and joined the pinball division at Williams right out of college. I worked on games such as Taxi and F-14 Tomcat. And what's the background for John Tobias? I went to American Academy of the Arts in Chicago. During college, I did freelance comic book illustrations, working on Ghostbusters, Planet of the Apes. After I graduated, I was hired by Williams. What other video games did you work on? After switching over into video games, I worked on High Impact, Super High Impact, and of course Mortal Kombat. Before Mortal Kombat, I worked on Smash TV and Total Carnage, which is great. Those are great games. Do you own any home video game consoles? Ed Boon, I own both Super Nintendo and Genesis. I'm currently into Super Smash TV and Super High Impact. You go, Ed Boon. We could be bros. I love Super Smash TV. And John Tobias has both systems too. Where did the idea for Mortal Kombat come from? We wanted a good player versus player game, and the idea sort of evolved from looking at and playing everything from Karate Champ to Street Fighter. We had originally wanted to do a Jean-Claude Van Damme game, but the idea turned into Mortal Kombat instead. I like how he mentioned it there. They didn't get into the details, but he still mentioned Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's really cool. So at the top here, why is the game so realistic? I wonder if Ed had the Sega channel, maybe. That was such a cool idea. So why is the game so realistic? Digitized graphics add a tremendous amount of realism. They put the player into the world he's looking at. The perception is that digitized graphics is a new technology, but in fact, it has been in development since 1985, and Narc in 1988 was the first arcade game to use it. That was Goro created. We wanted a really mean-looking guy who seemed unbeatable. So I drew up some sketches, and we created a 12-inch stop-motion miniature using wire armature and a latex mold. By using stop-motion digitization and a blue screen, we filmed Goro frame by frame. Still very intimidating. I love it. Who did the Mortal Kombat comic book? John did. He designed this comic and wrote the storyline.
Here's Johnny.
Here's Alex. We're learning more about Mortal Kombat, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Warness Day. I'm eating leftover popcorn from Masters of the Universe. It was great. I watched it last night. Go see it. It's fucking entertaining. Oh, listen, 2 games created ESRB. Yep. Oh, the joy we had then. Yep. Oh yeah. It honestly, Alex, I was laughing, smiling. It was awesome. It was so much fun. Highly recommend it. It's made for us. It's made for our generation. Okay. The comic had been a tremendous success. It started out with me and Ed filling orders after work, but it got too big. Will there be a Mortal Kombat 2? The guys weren't saying, but based on its popularity and instant success, it seems logical that a Mortal Kombat 2 will appear somewhere on the horizon. So what we're reading through is a newsletter that was put out in 1992, I want to say. Yeah, called The Pit. And this was like behind the scenes interviews and information. It was a free newsletter you could sign up for. Oh, cool. Combat Warriors at CES at the Consumer Electronics Show. That's awesome. That's so cool. Good to know. Now I have 3 movies to see: Mortal Kombat 2, Mario Galaxy movie, and Masters of the Universe. If I was to tier them, I would say Masters of the Universe is the best of the 3 for movies. Like story, characters, everything all together. I'd put Masters of the Universe as number 1 of those 3. Mortal Kombat 2 very close second. And Super Mario Galaxy was a lot of fun. It was absolute nonsense. The plot made no sense, but it was just fun. But yeah, all are good watches in the theater. I heard they were working on Star Wars pinball game at Midway. Then they were told to make Mortal Kombat 2. I don't know about that. Maybe. Hold on to your finishing moves and check out these never-before-seen photos. The actual Mortal Kombat martial arts experts used in making the hottest game of the year, Mortal Kombat. Raiden, Sonya, Kano, and crew appeared at our display booth this June at the Consumer Electronics Show, showing off their fighting skills and meeting their legion of loyal fans. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Mortal Kombat Warriors do exist, and I got the sneak peek pics. Gaze on. That's so cool. That's Kano. With a K, as in combat. And there's them signing and greeting the public. Kicking Combat crew, who's next. That's so cool. Now there, something very interesting in that picture in the top right. Kombat, yeah. Amazing nostalgia. Yeah, absolutely. On the top right there, see Daniel.
Here's Johnny.
Daniel Facina, who played Johnny Cage there, who's flexing, is also the person who played Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So we don't know who's pictured there, but I'm going to put money on that is Scorpion. But this is one of the first times he would have been portrayed by someone else, because Daniel Facina played both characters. And there he is at the bottom. Johnny Cage promises twice the fun with Mortal Kombat. His new friend agrees. Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm so excited! I'm meeting Johnny Cage! I'm wearing my Jurassic Park shirt! Man, 1992 was great. Prepare yourself. Most anticipated game of the year. I remember this ad. This comic ad, gaming mag ad. Wow. Wow, Alex. Jeez. Prepare yourself. Everyone and their brother wants Mortal Kombat because it's so bad. The baddest game ever. Acclaim is launching this game into the stratosphere with cool commercials, giant 6-foot Goro standees in stores that'll make you want to rip off. They're so cool and more. What? You want to rip them off, eh? Charge them too much money for something. Heck, go into a movie theater in August and September and you'll see our Mortal Kombat ad on the screen. That's right, boys. That's right, boys. On the silver screen. This game is so hot, we should have used flame-resistant packaging. Which brings me to my point. Mortal Kombat is gonna fly off the shelves. That's no joke. You wait, you lose, because Mortal Monday, September 13th, is gonna be the biggest day in video game history. To beat the rush of your neighbor, do yourself a favor and reserve your copy of Mortal Kombat. And get this, when you reserve early, some stores will give you a collector's edition combat kit with special MK items you can't get anywhere but in the kit. Don't be kicked to the curb. Reserve your copy of Mortal Kombat and preserve your reputation. You just have a stroke while reading that? No, I had to go into 90s cool guy mode. Yo guys, this is the coolest kid ever. You want to hear what's going on? This is what's up. That's right, boys. As soon as I read the line, that's right, boys, I'm like, here we go. So that's cool. So they would mail it to you, and there's the address they would mail it from there. Acclaim there. That's so freaking cool. Man, that's great stuff. So, mirroring independently published designs of the day, Acclaim's Sam Goldberg explained in a press release that the pit was uniquely designed, specifically written to appeal to a target audience. All fans had to do is get a copy by mail, was write in and request it. That is so fucking cool. You should have said, boy, like Flava Flav. I should have. Okay, so they just need to, oh my gosh, they just needed to ask. Should have been the announcer of Video Game Art 10. Yeah, right? Oh, that would have been great. Video Arcade Top 10 is awesome. That's really cool. So so this was just a letter explaining that, what we just went over. That's so cool. Little press release there. Okay, guys, are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Here, 1 second. I just have to do something here.
Smoke if you got them.
All right. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? There's the camera. All right. Thank you. It's all right. I just had to quickly blow my nose, and then just one thing led to another, and I'm like, I don't have a mirror in front of me, so I had to, you gotta check things. There's Johnny. Yeah, he's back. All right, prepare yourself for Mortal Monday. You ready? This is gonna be the nostalgia trip. There's Johnny. Yeah, where's Johnny? There's Johnny. Let's go. Let's see the ad. You know the ad. Let's watch it together. That's it. That is it. It's like the best classic commercial. There you go. Like 20 seconds, man. Mortal Monday television ad created by ad agency RDA International featured dozens of Mortal Kombat fans charging the New York streets in a frenzy. Commercials only dialogue, people shouting the game's name at the top of their lungs like a battle cry became iconic. Can we watch it again? Sure. I got 20 seconds. I like how the Genesis and Super Nintendo versions are the only ones shown. I think it's actually only the Super Nintendo versions shown because it looked the best and it had the biggest sprites. Because that's the thing, the Genesis one, they shrunk down the sprites a little bit. It has the blood, but to this day, I still think that. Yeah, that was awesome. Great. I'm glad you enjoyed it, dude. I enjoyed it too. To this day, I still think the Super Nintendo one plays best. Well, I haven't played the Sega CD version, which I don't know if it's on here, actually. That would be really cool if it's on here. In the magazines, Acclaim launched large print ad campaign in magazines and comic books in the months leading up to Mortal Kombat's home release. Some of these ads didn't say much at all to get their message across. That was it, man. I remember this one too. Yeah, it was literally just like, here's the fighters. This is fucking, it's coming. Look at this dragon. Ah! Look at that friggin' dragon. Be prepared. Prepare yourself. Coming to leading video game systems. That's a weird way to... It's a weird way to phrase it to a youth audience. You know what I mean? I have definitely seen this one. I definitely have a magazine. I'll have to dig it out that has this ad in it. For sure I do. That was awesome. That was iconic. I remember this one. So it's referencing the commercial, obviously, and everyone just fucking asking for it. Like, give me the Kombat! That is so fucking awesome. Cheering crowd in the background in this otherwise minimal advertisement calls to the stampeding fans in the television. See, yeah, it ties into the ad campaign. Pretty smart. Mortal Monday. Home version of Mortal Kombat were imminent, and the fans prepared for Mortal Monday release date. Anticipation became Acclaim's greatest asset.
The first time I saw a crowd gathered around a Mortal Kombat cabinet when I was 10 told me that, okay, this game is a big deal at my arcade. I had no idea if that translated outside my arcade. Then Mortal Monday happened. Not just the day itself, but the build up to it.
Seeing the zeitgeist around it was huge. Conversations around Mortal Monday.
I have that issue. I have that exact Game Pro.
Acclaim was clearly, they knew what they had in their hands. And
so they did the shit out of it.
Effort in promoting it. I remember them telling us that they were going to spend $10 million to advertise this game, and I remember saying, are you sure you want to put that kind of money behind this? And in retrospect, of course, that was a right decision. But
that's crazy money.
Really paranoid, thinking that they were putting a lot on this game.
They were.
The preparation for the release of Mortal Kombat was just massive. I was working at Babbage's Software. Pre-sales had started early, so like we knew we were going to be just selling out. It was all I could talk about.
Yep.
I remember going to see a movie, I can't remember which film it was, and they were advertising Mortal Mondays, which was one of the greatest marketing blitzes in video game history. And it was just, all these random kids yelling in the middle of a city street, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat.
Yep. Yep. I know, we just watched it.
That commercial with like people running down the street screaming Mortal Kombat, and they were teens, and I was a little kid, and teens are the coolest thing you could be when you're a little kid.
Yeah, right?
You don't have to show screenshots or anything else necessarily. Everybody knew.
Pre-sales are rare back then. Yeah, it wasn't a guarantee.
Somebody out in the middle of the street just putting up his own saying Mortal Kombat. It's almost like, hi, it's here. It sells itself.
And that's the soundbite from the classic song. What a great commercial. It's so fucking simple.
We were all like, yo, did you see that Mortal Kombat commercial? What is Mortal Kombat? And there was always like one kid who knew a little more. It's a video game, but you kill people. And all of us at Maplewood Elementary School were like, whoa!
We had 2 front monitors that were just showcasing Mortal Kombat videos. And
in the comics, on the back of the comics, there were Mortal.
Where's that setup?
There were Mortal.
I want that setup when I'm playing the games.
Ads in subways.
You know, just seeing the standees and the posters and things at Times Square.
That's so
the signage
fucking
that was
cool.
Coming in, every piece of memorabilia that was coming in, and T-shirts, and it was just over the top compared to other games.
I remember just being nervous about it, thinking, I hope this game lives up to
Yeah,
it.
man, there was a lot.
Arcade game, you know, you just never know. Paul.
You don't know how it's gonna translate. Oh, that's weird. They started the fight in the corner there.
It was insane. There's a
You see that?
giant line,
Here, let me pause that.
and it was just so exciting.
Let me walk that back. That was fucking weird. Watch their fight with Ed Boon and John Tobias here. Watch where it starts here. In the Warrior Tomb. They're starting the fight. Sonya's already in the corner. Like, she has no fucking way of winning this unless she digs herself out of the corner immediately. That is so interesting. This must have been a demo version of the home console version. Doesn't say a date, just says the time, 8:27 p.m. and 29 seconds.
It was insane. There's a giant line, and it was just so exciting.
That's when I realized, like, this is actually a bigger deal than maybe any video game that's come before it. Mortal Kombat became a pillar of popular culture within.
It was crazy.
12 months.
Yeah, that's crazy how quickly that happened.
Had ever exploded to date.
Nothing could prepare you for it. It was.
It was the best.
Insane.
It was the best thing they could have said in their advertising is prepare yourself. And it's so funny because like the games I think that did that were like Halo, like even games that are like iconic today, like Doom. They didn't have that like holy fuck like launch like that, and then that cultural like connection immediately like that is crazy to think. Oh, we're here. Mortal Mania's here. We have the home releases, guys. We're gonna get to play some games. Oh, I can I look at the back of the cart? Ah, I've got this actually. I have this exact one, but this is actually easier to show you guys. That's so cool. Get over here in the middle. But do you see how small the sprites are compared to what we were just seeing? If you notice very carefully, so you look there, Scorpion is approximately, his head is at the halfway or a little bit below when the midline of the fight there. And then if you look at the competition edition of Mortal Kombat, which is the Super Nintendo version, if you look at a screenshot here, look at how much like Raiden's head in that screenshot there is like 2/3 of the way up. You know what I mean? Like the sprites are much larger on the Super Nintendo. So graphically, I think graphics, sound, though there is a unique soundtrack just for the Sega versions that weren't on any of the other versions, including the arcade version. It had a completely different soundtrack, and it's still great. Mostly different. There was a couple things that are similar, but yeah. So I think the sprite work was bigger on the Super Nintendo version. Anyways. Oh, here it is, the blood code. While the Genesis version initially seemed to lack blood and fatality moves, in the arcade original, this was a ruse. If a player entered the code ABACABB inspired by 1982 rock album from the group Genesis. There you go. On the screen, the original violent scenes would be enabled. Hey, JP, how's it going? Hey, Josh, what's up? Best MK2, in my opinion, for home console was the 32X. Yeah, you do like the 32X version. That's a very cool... I gotta dive deeper into it. We had a couple matches in that the other night, but I would like to actually like play through it and get to appreciate it a little bit better. There we go. Hey, gamer, how's it going? Sega. Oh, he's keeping the console wars alive. Sometimes I wonder how things would have gone if they kept Raiden's characterization from the original game. Mortal Kombat 2 makes him a protector, but he was first portrayed as an uncaring deity. Yeah. You got a complete in box. That's awesome, dude. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, like, I was trying to explain that earlier. Like, Raiden, when we were doing the, we were reading the comic from MK1, because that's on here as well. And, yeah, they, like, Raiden's like, whatever, Shang Tsung, I'll come in there and I'll kill everyone. You invite me to this tournament, whatever, I'll kill everyone. It's like, okay. So this is the code screen, and when you so this is what the words look like after the code has been done. And at the bottom, see, this doesn't include it, but the words "now entering combat" also slowly appear on the bottom once you input the code. Computer, set timer 15 minutes. Thank you for the sunglasses.
Thank you for the sunglasses timer. 15 minutes. Starting now.
It named the timer. Thank you for the sunglasses. Awesome. So the word code has many different definitions. The Shaolin martial arts tournament is governed by a system of rules of conduct, an ethical code. The combatants respect each other as warriors, no matter what degree of hatred they have for one another, a code of honor. Another type of code could be defined as an arbitrary system of symbols or letters for transmitting messages, a secret code. Mortal Kombat adheres to many codes, but does it contain one? And the way you would need to know this is, as we saw in the newsletter, The Pit from 1992, is that code was there. The Dullard code, yes, down, up, left, left, A, right, down. I remember that one. I played the Genesis one so much. So this is the dip switch menu essentially for the Sega Genesis version, where you could choose all kinds of options. You had all those different flags at the bottom that did different things. Like one would always fight, like you would always have the shadows at the pit. There's one where the first player would die in one hit, the other one where the second player would die in one hit, and more and more and more. There was also the option to do the test your might whenever you want and choose whatever you want, and select your stage as well. So obviously the pit. Where else are you gonna go? So the Genesis version included a full cheat menu, accessed by hitting down, up, left, left, A, right, down. At the game's right main menu. This was originally intended to be the only method of enabling blood, but Acclaim felt that spelling out the word dullard would be too tricky, and asked programmer Paul Carruthers to add a sequence using only face buttons, which led to the ABAC. That's so cool. Flags. So here you go. The dullard menu lets you turn on 8 flags, which change the game's behavior. Flag 0 killed the computer opponent in one hit. Flag 1 killed the player in one hit. Flag 2 forced objects to fly across the moon for finding Reptile. Flag 3 made Probe Software co-founder Fergus McGovern's head appear in the pit. Yes, it would be there. It's weird. But yeah, there's Santa and the reindeer flying across there. And there's player 1 taking one hit and going to danger. And more flags. Flag 4 forced Reptile clues to appear. Flag 5 gave player infinite credits. Flag 6 forced computer to always use fatalities. 7 made all the fights take place on the Palace Gate stage. Why? Flag 7, we will not know. So that's who it was, right? Fergus, hence the Fergality. You remember Fergality in Mortal Kombat 2 for Sega Genesis? That's where that comes from as well. Ah, Reptile. That was so cool seeing that. Because I didn't see Reptile in the arcade. Because the version of the arcade I played, I only had a couple quarters, right? You play through them, you get your ass kicked, it's done. And Reptile would only show up in later versions, not the original versions. I'm not sure which version I was playing, obviously, because I was a kid and I didn't know different versions of the game existed. But yeah, I didn't see him in the arcade. But when I played on home and he popped down, I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this Reptile guy? So we all had different stories on the playground of how, like, these things first showed up. It's like, no, I saw it in the arcade. No, I saw it here. I saw it there. And oh, it's only in the Genesis version. Like, it was so crazy. Ah, here we go. Sega CD. Mortal Kombat Goes CD. In May 1994, Sega players got an upgraded version of Mortal Kombat if they owned a CD-ROM drive. The Sega CD edition of Mortal Kombat used its storage capacity to restore many frames of animation and speech samples in Dan Forden's accurate arcade soundtrack. Very cool. However, the sluggish load times, including whenever Shang Tsung transformed into another character, hurt the appeal of that version. Okay. You've got this one complete in box as well? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, I gotta look at these. Yeah. There's a closer look. Look at the detail. It's such a good historical, like... Oh my gosh, we're being invaded by the neighboring kingdom of the Tog! The Tog 82 is here, and he's brought all his friends with us! Defend yourselves, warriors, we are going to war! And here I am talking about Mortal Kombat like it's not happening all around us! Defend yourselves, they're everywhere! Hello and welcome, everyone! Welcome on in. Thank you very much for the raid, Tog. How are you doing, buddy? And Mr. You know, just another team member just showing up being, hey, how are you doing? How was your stream tonight? Thank you for the shout out for the Tog 82. Just saying the number at the end of it just doesn't feel right. How are you doing, buddy? I hope you had a great stream. What'd you do? I don't see the link that posted up. The Tog crew. Hello, Floppy Jalopy. That's amazing. Hey, welcome back, Texas. How are you doing? Stream was good. Only died a couple times. Played some Romstead. It didn't post. Okay. I was wondering that. So try slash shoutout. So backslash shoutout space and then the Tog 82. Try that one, Adam. Because that one it won't show a clip, but more importantly, it'll give you access to a little purple heart at the top of chat, and I highly recommend you hit that, because Tog is cool beans. The thing, you want to hit that button at the top of chat. You will not regret it. Hello, gents, how's it going? Hey, Greg, how's it going? Welcome on in, buddy. But yeah, if you're coming in here for the first time, hello and welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I am TheJonOfWar. I am here on Wednesdays and Saturday nights on Twitch. I am also over on YouTube as well. So if you subscribe over there or you do that stuff over there, that's cool too. But I'm also here on Twitch. And we have a lovely community of awesome people talking about old games, new games, mostly old, nostalgia, 80s, 90s, Spaceballs, Army of Darkness. We were talking about He-Man earlier. It's been a great stream so far. I have a great time playing these fun, challenging games. So if you like that sort of stuff, you're going to have a great time around here, and I invite you to stay for a while and listen. But yeah, so that's fucking great, man. So what, you were playing Homestead? No, Romestead. Sleepy here, dude. Yeah.
Good mods get cookies.
You gotta give the mods cookies. They deserve it. They work really hard. Or are you prepping him? Geek, be nice. Be nice with the cookies. I gotta put the Sword of John Donia back. It's not just ornamental. The Sword of John Donia. I'm also wearing sunglasses because that's a redeem here. Yeah, see? Yeah, he's trying. Nope, no prep. Just being a good viewer. Oh, that's nice. You gotta feed your mods cookies. Our mods here live almost exclusively off of sugar, so cookies is the fastest way to get that sugar into their veins. But hello, welcome. I'm going through the history of Mortal Kombat tonight. This is stream 2 of this. We're going through an in-depth, deep analysis and playing games as well. So we're playing through some of the games, and we're going through a lot of the art content. We went through the Mortal Kombat comic original earlier, which was awesome. Lots of historical stuff. Lots of behind-the-scenes interviews with developers and fans alike. So you're gonna, if you like anything 90s nostalgia, you're gonna absolutely love this. Sub-Zero, not just plain Zero. We get Sub-Zero around here. But thank you for coming in. Thank you very much for that raid again, Tog. I'm gonna show you guys what we're talking about. We were zooming in on this awesome thing of art for the Sega CD. But there was, oh, that's a cool ad there. Bigger, better, louder, meaner. Note the first version of Sega's MA13 rating from the video game rating counselor, while the second shows the 17. So this is the first one, and yeah, the rating is different. This is MA13, which was the video games rating council, and the MA17 there. Very different. What's image 2 here? It says it's 2 images. Oh, there's the other side of it. That's so cool. I like how it looks like a disc, like it's the disc there. That's really, really cool. Brazilian version. Very nice. Very cool. Let's play some Mortal Kombat Sega Genesis, shall we? Oh, I love this soundtrack. Do 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 do. So that's that theme is the same. A B A C A B B A B A C A B B. I don't know the button layout. No. That's okay. I know the Dullard code. Down, up, left, left, A, right, down. Down, up, left, left, A, right, down. Down, up, left, left, A, right, down. Man, I wish I had this so I could punch you in the face, right? If you had this, you could be punching me in the face right now. No code. Oh, no code for, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. We need to make it full screen. We need you guys to see the whole thing. Yes, we will do that. I like the television border, but we're gonna get rid of the scan lines there. Working tomorrow? I'm working tomorrow. I got an early day tomorrow, so I gotta figure out what the controls are for what are my controls here? Yeah, see, it doesn't tell me what the controls are for this version. Oh, I think it just activates everything automatically. I think that's the way it works for the blood and stuff. We'll see. We'll see very quickly. So this isn't gonna play exactly like the Sega Genesis one because the controls are gonna be a little different. Yeah, I can do the on-screen moves list. Oh yeah, I know all the moves. But it's just whether or not, like, because there's a high punch. This is like the 6-button controller layout, not the Genesis regular controller layout.
Fight.
Let's go, Liu Kang. Yeah, yeah, get him. Excellent. Yeah. Kicking all, yeah. So it looks like the blood's automatically on by default, which is funny because I actually wanted to turn off the blood to show you guys, because this is different. I like how they defaulted to the blood being on so that people weren't like, what the fuck?
Excellent.
Yeah! Yeah, get wrecked! Get wrecked, Liu Kang! So that's what ripping off Ed looks like. Bum 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 bum. Bam! Oh, dang! How do I... Oh, shit. Eat foot. The roundhouse is so satisfying. Stop it. Hey, no! Oh, that's it. She takes round 2. Don't mess around. Sonya's like probably the hardest in the game.
Excellent.
No. Oh! Taste the wrath of the back of my hand. That's it. My points take a huge hit there. I don't think so, Scorpiano. I get wrecked. Oh no, no, I'm the one who's getting wrecked. Audio is great. Yeah. Oh, and the Sega CD one? I'm sure it's fantastic. Computer, stop. Oop, looks like I'm getting speared. Thank you very much for the sunglasses there. I will put those away for now, Mr. Gamer. Yep, I'm getting speared. There's no way to avoid that.
Binary Geek gave 1 souls to the bonfire. We've all seen a refrigerator run, a microwave, and a kitchen sink. But I just saw a toilet bowl. It was striking.
Oh, man. Thank you very much for the big geek. Welcome to 10-year-old me. Oh, Scorpion takes it. Gotta go fast, right, Josh? Representing Sega hard tonight. We're playing Sega games. I'm not saying anything else.
Excellent. Finish him.
Yeah! No sound effect when you rip off his head. No sound at all. That makes no sound when you rip a man's head off with your bare hands. I always imagined that Sub-Zero like froze. What's the button? What's the button? Bloody. Oh, it's so bloody. It must be start. I thought it was gonna be. No, it is this. It is. Well, why didn't that work? That's okay. All right, Raiden. That is your real name.
Excellent.
I think your name is Carlos. It is Carlos. No! You kicked me, you jerk. Who wants him to go into the pit? Is there anything else to do here? If there's no shadow at the moon, your first job is to, well, not get hit, but... Ow.
Excellent.
This fucking blew my mind as a kid.
Finish him.
Yeah! Down he goes. Fatality. You got it, Josh. Blood everywhere. Fight. Bow, bow. See, I didn't realize when I was a kid, but this this fight takes place outside. It's hard to tell in this version though, and this is the version I was, you know, more experienced with. In fact, it was the only version I played for a long time as a kid. So I always thought the blue behind the dragon logos there was just, it was just like a tapestry that was blue. Oh shit. Oh, I can't punish that with an uppercut in this. Oh shit. We got problems. I'm getting cornered. We got problems. But yeah, it's actually, in the arcade, you can actually see outside. And in later stories, you see the actual outside. What? Get wrecked. Suck uppercut, kid. Ow. I do it for the points. Look away, children. Never gets old. Does that really get old? I love ripping off heads in this game. It's so much fun. This was me in the basement of my childhood home playing Mortal Kombat on my brother's Sega Genesis on like a Saturday morning. The light's still off downstairs. I'm trying not to wake up my brother because his bedroom was in the basement. I just want to get in some few matches before too long. Those are some great times. Diddly-doo. No! The close game works pretty well in this version of it, of Mortal Kombat. Yeah! I'm Plane Zero. No, wait, I'm Sub-Zero. I'm the best Zero. Alright, let's try this again. Why is this? Which buttons do I have to press? I think I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, there we go. I figured out it's half of it. It's so weird because it's so different with the Sega controller versus Super Nintendo controller here. I'm using a Super Nintendo controller to play a Genesis game. It's the future. Oh, I will show you something unique actually in another round because I think I can't give up the damage here. Yeah, defying gravity. This game is based on a Canadian church. Thanks, Winter. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Watch this, double ace backfire. What? Why did that happen? And it's been a staple like ever since. Can you?
Excellent.
Oh, welcome. How you doing, Winter? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good war nest day.
Excellent.
You're welcome.
Finish him.
Oh, the reverse. The reverse head rip off. Next to gesture, you have a crippling tune addiction. Oh no. So there's actually a fun fact in this game is there's an incredibly glitched out reptile fight in it. Oh fuck. Jeez, this guy's not fucking around. That's how you do it, folks. So, Sub-Zero, chill. From zero to hero there with the danger. It's like I played this version before. Relate to your car. I remember playing this game with a cousin. Created amazing memories. To this day, he still asks me, is Johnny Cage your favorite? My answer is always yes. Impact the game made on me on my childhood. That's amazing.
Excellent.
Oh, no scream either. No scream. No Raiden scream in this. Pixel of health. Great shadows in this version. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I had no health in that first round. So if you lose this round and you do the next endurance match in the pit, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Nice spine. It's just so white. I know. They use whitening like they do on teeth whitening. So I'm gonna lose this on purpose. And then my next fight will be in the pit. And then if there's a shadow on the moon, and I can do the double flawless and fatality. Very taboo back then, yes. I am the John of War. I gave up my score for a chance at some glory. Jow. Alright, so if you do this, you get a really fucked up reptile fight. It's very hard to pull off. Oh, I got the thing. Okay, I gotta play this. Just everyone shut up. No! Oh, I gotta lose the round. It's so hard to pull off because you gotta have all the stars line up. No! Oh, she got me! Dang it! Oh, I should be quiet. My kid's trying to sleep. So I can't do it. You have to get double flawless. I was close to flawless that, but I got hit. Dang it. It's such a fucking weird thing. I'm gonna spend I'll do it sometime. Right in the dance leotards, yeah. Now I'm gonna get a flawless, watch. Yeah, it's Santa. See, when they block, it throws everything off. You gotta throw, you gotta run away. Oh, that's another viable strategy. Okay, I know that now. Okay. Well, for fun. Oh, fuck, I still fucked up the... I would have fucked up that fatality anyways. But yeah, you need a double flawless and you need a fatality there. Upload it to the YouTubes. Yes, I will. I haven't seen it on YouTube, actually, so... How come sometimes I get, like, all the things happening and sometimes I don't? It's so fucking weird. I think it's the controller scheme. Because A and C, the A and C buttons are the energy buttons, and then the block button attacks. But in this, it's broken down by high punch, low punch. Yes, I know, Reptile. He's tormenting me. It's a weird controller scheme. I wish I could switch it. Because you can switch the controls, but they're not to the lettered ABC controls. It just defaults to high punch, low punch. So they've updated it, so that's great. It makes it more accessible. But it doesn't play exactly the way the original one does. Not exactly. Close. Very close. Howdy, I'm back. Welcome back, Dizzy. We're playing Mortal Kombat 1. We're enjoying ourselves. This is great. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do I'm definitely gonna do the glitch to Reptile. It may be a grind in the sub-only area at some point. Maybe that's what we'll do. Oh, this is not Sega CD though. This is just the Genesis version. I don't think the Sega CD version is in this.
Excellent. Finish him.
I wish it was. All right, guys. It's time for Goro. You grew up with this one? Me too. That blew my mind that he just jumps down too. I was like, what? Oh, that was weird. Same strategy. Flawless victory, no big deal. This is the one I played the most of, Dizzy. Oh, I hit him. It counts. Ow. Oh, gosh. Oh, we're having problems. Oh, my gosh. Aha! A timely block. A timely block, my friends. Until 4, I'm trash at the games. Oh, that's fair. Everyone's got their, I ended up pulling it out. Sweet. That's fine. You know what? 4 is probably my I'm least good at 4 out of the first 4. Have 4 shoulder blades? I guess not, but yes, they must have to. I don't know. Just like at the movie theater. Woo! What's my favorite? Probably MK2. But I really, really love... oh, gosh. I really, really love MK3 as well. Of the first ones. Ow. Haha! MK3 or Ultimate MK3? MK4, MK Gold. Yeah, the cheating AI fucking drives me bananas. I hate MK2 versus the computer. I like playing with other people. But I'd rather play, I guess there's more options for characters with MK Ultimate. MK3 Ultimate. Oh look, I'm the best! I'm the best in Mortal Kombat! Oh cool, there's an achievement just for Genesis, that's cool. After receiving the title, Grand Champion Sub-Zero disappears back into the shadows from which he came. His only goal in the tournament was the assassination of Shang Tsung. He was paid a large sum of money by one of Tsung's wealthy enemies. With his mission accomplished, Sub-Zero will collect his fortune and retire. You like the games after the classic era? I do, yeah. I do. My favorite after the classic era is 9. But MK4 I played more of than Gold. I have both though. Actually, I only have Gold. I don't have a copy of that one. You love 9? Nice. 9 also good. The number 9 in chat makes the boo. Sub-Zero seems happy. I'm sure nothing bad will ever happen to him. Shang Tsung engulfs into flames. I think the SNES version in the arcade, all the fighters come out of them. Yes. Yeah, it's just a simpler ending for this, to save space, I think. Thanks to the GGs, everyone. Thanks, Josh, for the GGs. When MK9 had Scarlet in it, I was like, this is peak Mortal. I don't know how it's gonna get better than this. It was so good. Yeah, I hope nothing bad happens to Sub-Zero. 9, Shaolin Monks, MK2, and Deception are my favorites. Are some of my favorites. That's cool. That's really cool. I really liked after the classic era, it's 9. I really liked I spent a lot of time on Deadly Alliance. Mortal Kombat Mythologies for the win. Yeah, right, Adam. That's Adam's favorite game. If you ever want to see Adam play Mortal Kombat Mythologies, you can tell him about it, Adam. There's a thing. It's coming up in the not so distant future. Adam's one of our teammates for Extra Life. The cutscenes, though, yeah, the cutscenes are pretty fucking great. Oh boy. I love that it puts you back in the back exactly where you left off in the oh, whatchamacallit? I can't even remember. Documentary. No love for MK versus DC. It was interesting. I was disappointed that there weren't like the fatalities and all that. Like there were the sort of fatalities. They really toned it down. Extra live stream August 1st. That's what Adam's doing. Might be some Mortal Kombat mythologies if he hits some goals. Mark that on your calendars, Warriors. You want to be there when Adam is streaming. Here, I will find a way to give you the proper shout out for that. Love for 3D Legacy Collection, Gold Deception. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, everyone wants that. Everyone wants that. And I have a feeling we're getting a Shaolin Monks and a Mortal Kombat 9 remaster because of the positive response we've had lately. When Ed Boon asked everyone on X, he said, what do you want first? MK9 remaster or Shaolin Monks? And it was like even. They had to tone it down for MKDC. I don't think anyone wanted to see Sub-Zero decapitate Batman except the Joker. Yeah, no, DC wouldn't allow it. That was literally a strict thing. They're like, you can't kill Superman. Shooting a follow to Adam. You will not regret it. His streams are few and far between, but they're always like a really good event. It's always a really fun time. And Extra Life is a fantastic fundraiser that I do as well. It supports our local children and our local children's hospitals. It goes towards researching or funding research, equipment, volunteer programs, and much more that helps put a smile on their on those little kids' faces. Well, and not just little kids. See, everyone thinks like, oh, it's just birth to 7 or whatever. It's like there's teenagers there too in the children's hospital that need something to do, and they need something to take their mind off things and people to hang out with. So it's a really good program that he supports as well on my team. Give us both. Yeah, right, Alex? Absolutely agree, Geek. Absolutely agree. All right. So. All right. Doopy-doopy-doo. Let me see here. We don't have too much time left. Genuine pleasure to meet you all. Absolutely, Dizzy. Like, this is a great place to be. You're going to enjoy your time here. Everyone here is lovely. Except for, no, I'm just kidding. I was like, and that one guy, you know who you are. You know who you are, that one guy. The lurkers are great too. Love to the lurkers. Okay. So, how long is this video? Oh, we can watch a little video. So this is the Super Nintendo version. We're going to play that next time. Let's watch this video. This will be the last thing for tonight. It'd be okay. I'll definitely recommend you and Adam when I next stream. Oh, absolutely. Appreciate that, Dizzy. I didn't know you streamed. That's cool. What kind of stuff do you do on stream?
We were aware that Acclaim had a deal that they were going to do all the home games because also they had done super high impact for the home. And Acclaim had their kind of production group, which was our main point of contact, but then they had
look at those
two software houses, Probe and Sculptured. And so there was a lot of communication that had to kind of bounce back and forth.
Sonic, Pac-Man, MK, recently a new James Bond. Nice! Fuck, some love for Pac-Man. Absolutely love that.
Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive, the Genesis version.
Oh, so we programmed the Genesis one.
I'm free, I'm available. Like a job's a job. And I said, well, what is it? They were able to...
They're like, Mortal Kombat.
Actually bring me an
That's crazy.
To my house.
They brought him an arcade machine?
And kind of started playing it, and I thought, well, this looks easy enough.
The sound quality is way better
was going to be
on SNES.
Through Sculptured Software.
There, I shot you a follow there too, Dennis. I don't have notifications on Twitch, but if I see you live, I'll make sure to stop by.
Brought him in, said, hey, you're the main guy. And that did not go as well as we would have wanted.
Ed and I would get versions of the game.
Thank you
So
very,
I
very
would
much for that.
give
No
feedback
worries,
in
no
terms of
worries.
pixel art as
No
best I
worries,
could. Of course,
absolutely.
the home games at the time, they didn't have quite the capabilities that we did in the arcade.
So you're losing frames. Differences, obviously, with the blood. But look at the Genesis. See how small the sprites are in comparison?
I think the biggest problem that we had wasn't as much the power of the machine, but how.
Oh yeah, lots of MK on your channel there, Diz.
Mega Drive was. In A, we had to shrink all the sprites.
See? It's
as
proven.
much as we possibly could.
I knew it.
There's a lot of frames of animation in there. You know, we started off by
yeah.
basically taking
You guys are so kind. You Kang.
and that wasn't enough. So then we had to take out like 3 out of 5 frames, and then
It makes it so weird.
on the important animations, the ones that let you see most.
And that changes everything in a fighting game. Changing the frame rate.
Williams have a
Collection of KI. Oh yeah.
It's almost.
It is. It's on the rare replay.
That there are
You have all the KI versions.
Programs all operating at the same time. So one of those programs operates one of the.
Yeah, I didn't notice either, Dizzy, because that's the one I played, right?
The weapons. One of them operates the background, and all of those different little programs kind of speak to each other. That isn't a method of programming I had any experience of.
Oh.
It took me a while to work it out. A kind of pro were getting very nervous because there wasn't anything on the screen. I was working and working. There wasn't anything on the screen.
Oh no.
And then eventually I was able to basically kind of translate the original code almost line by line. It kind of worked, and the whole thing kind of came to life.
That's nuts.
What it meant as well, though, was that it was very accurate. You know, very close.
You hate Liu Kang's MK1 design. It's just very basic, right?
You know, in terms of how it feels playing it. So that everyone was
MK2 Luang. Liu Kang is awesome.
Genesis played much better, and it had
the blood.
You know, the blood, the abacab, and all that.
Get over here. See, now entering combat. Down, up, left, left, A, right, down. Blood on. Liu Wang. Yeah, the blood.
The Super Nintendo version looked great.
Sounded
but it
great.
didn't play as good as the Genesis version.
I don't agree with him there.
The programmer that was the lead, but he made some missteps at the beginning of the project, and it was really hard to finish.
You look like yeah.
These were not original games. You're trying to take the code and the
It's very creepy, Dizzy.
to that platform.
That fatality.
Just let a multi-processing system in there. He said, "I don't like the way that works. I want to do it my way." So
Oh no.
the whole time.
Johnny Cage wins.
Wow. So there was like a really big.
Ed was a stickler in terms of what he was willing to approve.
There you go. Ooh, I was worried. Oh.
You know, we were down to the wire. We were, saying that, we're not going to prove it until you fix this, this, and that. And
I ended up having to help him, so it got done, but it didn't. It played not quite as well.
They needed to build millions of cartridges, and there's lead times involved with that.
Yeah.
And so those two things kind of conflicted a couple times, and there was some tension there.
That's cool to know because the Super Nintendo version it was very different, but I always thought it played a bit better than the Genesis one. The sound was way better, the music was way better. That was a good story. Yeah, I learned a lot from that. That was cool. Yeah, some of the fatalities were really creepy. You think the Genesis? Well, I guess there's a delay. Here, I'll play a round or two in the SNES one. It's a bit clunky in the looks and yeah, Genesis one, yeah. It's interesting how you have to change screen options for every single game. But I guess that gives you the option to customize each one, so that's fair. I lost it when that happened. Lost it. And I played this at a friend's house, and I had to lie to my mom because she would not let me play Mortal Kombat. So I was like, oh, I'm going over his house. Goro rude. I'm like, oh, I'm going over to a buddy's house to play video games. Okay, so I had to like not mention it. Well, I was Sub-Zero earlier. Maybe we'll do, let's do Raiden. Let's hear him yell and scream. That's always fun. But there's like a delay when you hit the enemies. But this version is also beloved to me. The audio is so classic. Yeah, it's you know what? Actually, I get what they're saying. There's a delay. Yeah. Going right from the Genesis to this, I understand what they're saying. Are you Marmalade? Yes. Tiger Marmalade. Oh, what was that shit? What was that shit? He grabbed me. Really cool about it. At Genesis, Dad knew about the controversies. Let the play watch us and assess it. After seeing my Sub-Zeros, he's like, oh, you can't imitate this. Have fun. Yeah, no, exactly. Stricter on games with realistic gun violence, which makes sense. See, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, no! He's gonna throw me to death. I love this. I love when they do this. That's parenting done right. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, you can't really do this. Like, the violence, yeah, we would throw spin kicks at each other and stuff, but no one would get hurt. Oh, gosh. What kind of terrible fatality do you want to see? Let's see Johnny Cage's terrible fatality. If I can do it. Freaking scorpion kicking my ass there. Yeah, we would do that. Yeah, absolutely. Same thing with Power Rangers. Same thing, Dizzy. Oh, shit. You capped me. My patented shadow kick. It's Carl Urban. I got him in the balls. Man, freaking Scorpion, chill out, man. Holy crap. This is level 1, guys. He's going all in tonight. In front of my kids. Explain reality and fiction and comes entertainment. Yeah. To a point, I agree with that, for sure. I blocked. You saw me holding up my hands. Kick to the stomach with no blood. Love it. No head punching here. It's Super Nintendo. We'll do one more round. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the SNES. Yep. We were supposed to get another version. I wonder if they're going to talk about that. I don't think they're going to. Also, with the projectiles, only one projectile can impact when it comes to the fighters. So whichever one hits faster, hits, and the other one disappears. My son is only 2, so he's not really seeing stuff like that. He loves dancing to Techno Syndrome, though. Oh, you are raising them right. You are raising him right. When you try crotch punch, space Shinnok. Right. Oh yeah, right. Space punch. Space Shinnok. Oh my gosh, Dizzy. Sega wins, yep. Yeah, it's definitely the better version. You know, I take back what I said earlier. Like the sound, I still think the sound quality is better. It hits harder in this version. And it's funny because when I either borrowed this game, this Super Nintendo one, because my brother had Genesis, but I didn't live with my brother at the time. I lived with my mom, and I had a Super Nintendo. Oh, you jerk. Sub-Zero the jerk. Oh, there you go. And I was playing this in the basement, and my mom was watching on the couch behind me, and she's like, what are you playing? I'm like, oh, I'm playing Mortal Kombat. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, this is it. And she's like, oh, this is Mortal Kombat? And I'm like, yeah, this is Mortal Kombat. And she watched it, and I'm like, oh, look, I'm gonna I'm gonna kill the other guy or whatever. And I literally, oh my gosh, seriously, buddy. He threw me while I was throwing a fireball. That is so jerkish. Oh my gosh. Once I get down from here, I'm kicking your ass. Get out of here. And the scream here is some fantastic. Don't talk about anything, Dizzy. Stop it. That's how we break stuff. The SNES it didn't have the same part as that. But yeah, I knocked the guy into the bottom of the pit, and how'd you do that so fast? I don't know. Magic. When I knocked him in the bottom of the pit, my mom was just like, oh, that's not that bad. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is Mortal Kombat. And she's like, I don't get the big deal. I'm like, yeah, no, this is it. Watching SNES Mortal Kombat slow. Oh, it is slow. Gameplay is faster. Oh, absolutely. Like I just played Genesis and I'm playing this right now. This is like way slower. And it's funny because up until this moment, I prefer the Super Nintendo version for gameplay, which is funny. It's got like graphically the sprites are bigger, the sound is better, the music is better, but like the gameplay is way better for the Genesis one, way better. This will be the last fight of the evening. I hope you've had a great time tonight. I know I have. We're gonna be getting more into more of this next week. On Saturday we're gonna be playing, taking some challenges. So if you have the game, taking all comers. You're really skilled though, making it look easy. Oh, thank you. I've played this a lot. That's for sure. And I hate to just leave a playthrough hanging, but it is unfortunately a work day tomorrow. Did I hear challenges? You know it, gamer. Challenge Saturday. It's on, guys. I'm gonna be a little tired. I've got a very big exercise heavy afternoon, but yes. I think I should challenge you. Oh, do you have this now too, Alex? Ooh. That's amazing news if that's the case. But this has been Mortal Kombat tonight, guys. This has been an absolute riot. I love every moment of this, going through everything in Mortal Kombat with you and learning new stuff at the same time. I twisted my arm a bit playing this game. Yeah, that's true. I did. But there's lots of content, dude. It's worth the money. Always good to get it on sale, but yeah. We're gonna go find someone to raid. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for the new friends we've met. And again, nice to meet you, Dizzy. We will see you all on Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll take you on then. Oh, it's gonna be fight night. You guys are gonna have to take turns. You're gonna have to put your quarter who's got next. Oh, wait. Is it still here? That chat command I created when I first got a stream bot, which was 2017, 2018. Thanks for the stream, dude. Thank you very much for being here, Adam, and thank you, everyone. Thank you for snoozing the ads. You are fucking awesome. Thank you for sniping that ad. We're gonna skip over. We are gonna go say hi to who's on that we can raid and run. It's been a genuine pleasure. Thanks for the stream. Thanks to everyone making my day even better. That's fantastic to hear. I'm glad this made your day better. Let's see who we have who's playing old stuff. Oh, frickin'. We haven't stopped by Wise Man Play in a long time, but he's playing Streets of Rage 2, and I'm very compelled to send us over there. So we're gonna go see Wise Man Play. He's playing Streets of Rage 2. He's going for retro achievements. Very, very cool thing. We're gonna go right over there. Cool dude, plays lots of old stuff. You're gonna have a fun time over there. He is attempting... Ooh, is he looking at other achievements right now? He might be looking at other ones. Streets of Rage 2, I'm going from peak to peak. Yeah, I know, right? Streets of Rage 2 is fantastic. It looks like he's going through... he might be just looking through retro achievements right now. Not sure. He's looking at different games to play. Okay. Well, he's a cool dude. We will definitely say hi. Be good to yourself, be good to each other. Check me out on my socials in between streams. That's where I am, mostly on the Discord there. But I'm also available on YouTube, so shout out to everyone on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you all on Saturday. See you later. Good night.